Yasu Malangito. Welcome to the Malaka podcast. Bill Murray.
I'm sorry? What was that again?
I'm a god.
You're God.
I'm a god. I'm not the god. I don't think.
Because you survived a car wreck? You folks ready to order?
I didn't just survive a wreck. I wasn't just blown up yesterday. I have been stabbed, shot, poisoned, frozen, hung, electrocuted, and burned.
Oh, really?
And every morning I wake up without a scratch on me, not a dent in the fender. I'm immortal.
Special today is blueberry waffles.
Ladies and gentlemen, I love blueberry waffles. One of my favorite waffles of all time. But we're not here to talk about that. Not today, anyway. We're here to talk about the man that I feel is almost godlike. One of the funniest men in human history. Someone who has absolutely conquered the world of Hollywood. The television screen. The movie screen. The stage. Everything that you can think of, this man has done. He is one of the funniest men of all time. And lately in the news, they're trying to badmouth my boy, Bill Murray, and say, okay, he's a little eccentric towards his fellow castmates, and, there's all these stories about him, and, like everyone's just piling on all of a sudden, and, they're forgetting all the great work this man has done, okay? One of my favorite movies of all time is Ghostbusters. And yes, I will be talking again for probably the 5th time in this podcast series. Lots of times, lots of times, how much I love Ghostbusters. But in the end, I love Bill Murray. He's just a naturally funniest guy. It's like Chris Rock said in the movie Top 5. Who doesn't want to say that Bill Murray is your friend? And he has been friends to a lot of people. He's very good to his fans. He'll show up sometimes just randomly at an event, and all these stories about him. Again, we're going to get all into this in a little bit. But I'm just very excited today to talk about one of my favorite people of all time, Bill Murray. And I've been meaning to talk about Bill Murray for the longest time, but I've waited way too long, and since all this shit has come up, trying to badmouth my boy here, I got to say something. I got to remind the world how good Bill Murray is. Okay? So, again, we've heard the stuff in the news, but you know what? Let's just forget all that, okay, for now, and let's just focus on how good Bill Murray is. How much does he improve on a TV show, in a movie? The guy's amazing, and it's sad that they're trying to, badmouth him. I mean, he's in the 70s, he's led a hell of a career. I mean, people would be happy to have 1/10 of his career, and, I just don't like the way they're badmouthing him. I don't. He is an absolute legend in this business, okay? By far, one of the funniest people of all time. I think I've said that about 3 times, but you have to know this. You absolutely have to know this. So, if you guys don't mind, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to talk about Bill Murray today, and with the help of Wikipedia, the free encyclopedia that always helps me out, especially in these about to hit recession times. Free is always good, especially with grocery prices going up every 3 days for some reason. I think a bag of milk is going to cost $14 next week, but we shall see. In the end, laughing is always free. I mean, you got to pay to go to movies and pay for things, but you know what I'm trying to say. But Bill Murray has always been one of those dudes that has just always made me laugh, and I like to talk about him. So, let's begin. William James Murray, born September 21st, 1950, is an American actor and comedian. He is known for his deadpan delivery. He rose to fame on the National Lampoon Radio Hour, between 1973 and 1974, before becoming a national presence on Saturday Night Live from 1977 to 1980, where he received a Primetime Emmy Award for Outstanding Writing for a variety series. He starred in comedy films including Meatballs, Caddyshack, Stripes, Tootsie, Ghostbusters, Ghostbusters 2, What About Bob, Groundhog Day, Kingpin, The Man Who Knew Too Little, Charlie's Angels, and Osmosis Jones. His only directorial credit is Quick Change, which he co-directed with Howard Franklin. Yeah, there we go. My bad. Murray's performance in Sofia Coppola's Lost in Translation earned him a Golden Globe and a British Academy Film Award and an Oscar nominated for Best Actor. He has frequently collaborated with directors Ivan Reitman, Harold Ramis, Wes Anderson, Sofia Coppola, Jim Jarmusch, I think I got it, John McNaughton, and the Farley brothers. He received Golden Globe nominations for his roles in Ghostbusters, Rushmore, Hyde Park on Hudson, St. Vincent, and the HBO miniseries Olive Kitteridge, for which he later won his second Primetime Emmy Award. Murray received the Mark Twain Prize for American Humor in 2016. He also is known for voicing Garfield in the family comedy film Garfield, the movie, and its sequel, Garfield, A Tale of Two Kitties. Clive Badger in Fantastic Mr. Fox, Baloo in the live-action adaptation of Disney's The Jungle Book, and Boss in Isle of Dogs. Murray reprised his role as Peter Venkman in Ghostbusters Afterlife and is set to appear in the upcoming Marvel Cinematic Universe superhero film Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Well, there you go. No signs of slowing down, despite what's going on out there. You know why? Because Bill Murray's the man. He's fucking hilarious. Voiceover work, movies, TV. He's done it all, my friends. Okay? And all these people out there that are finally coming out with these stories and, oh, he's doing this, oh, he's doing that. Fuck you. Okay? You wish you had half the talent Bill Murray has. Okay? Can he be a little rough around the edges sometimes, or maybe take a joke too far? Who doesn't? Okay? But it's up to you to speak up at that moment and say something. Do not badmouth somebody 30, 40, or even 50 years later. You have to speak up now. And who's to say these things actually even happened? In the end, they're all just stories. Okay? Now again, it's clear that I'm on Bill Murray's side, and I always will be, to the end of time. But at the same time, who knows what's true or not? I don't know. All I know is that Bill Murray has always made me laugh and is always very consistent in doing that. Okay? It's that simple. And that's what happens, in this day and age of cancellation and PC culture. There's jealous fucks out there that still live at home with their parents, and for the last couple of years, it's because of COVID, I can't do anything. Bullshit. You were a loser before COVID, you're a loser now. Then now we're going online and bad-mouthing him and saying all these stupid things, about one of the funniest people of all time, and you guys got to get a life. You guys have to learn that there's only one Bill Murray, and he's fucking awesome. And even to this day, people still demand for him to act in movies, in television series, because he's that funny. You don't lose being funny, okay? Maybe certain things happen in life, you take a break, whatever, but in the end, Bill Murray loves to entertain people. He does. Now, with the help of Fascinate.com here, who has always helped me out during the years, seems to be one of the more reputable sites when it comes to finding facts on people. So thank you for that. I appreciate that. Here's a couple facts about good old Bill Murray. Now it says here that Bill Murray is on record saying that his favorite film of his own is Lost in Translation. I will talk more about this movie later. That's his opinion. It's not my opinion. My favorite is Ghostbusters. Okay. If anybody, for the 3 people that actually listen to this podcast, they should know that by now. Ghostbusters is one of the best movies of all time. Okay. Plain and simple. When 3 people tried to snatch selfies of Murray while at a rooftop party in 2016, the legend didn't appreciate it. He took his frustration out by hurling all 3 of their cell phones off the roof. Thank you. Thank you. I mean, listen, we're living in an age where you do that, okay? You're going to get, shit on for, oh, you broke someone's phone, that's harassing, blah, 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 blah. What about the other way around, ladies and gentlemen? What about if, some guy, like a living legend like Bill Murray, wants to go to a party and just chill out, relax, and then he's got someone's, phone right in his face, Just relax, Be nice. Be nice. Don't fuck around in here. Joe Pesci, Casino. And just relax, Take your time. Ask nicely. I'm sure Bill Murray will do it. But if you got, your phone in his face, of course he's going to get pissed off. And I'm glad a guy like Bill Murray did that, Although, to be honest with you, I mean, you got to watch out because, maybe you're going to hit somebody on the head or whatever, going down, and then it's a lawsuit, whatever. All I'm saying is, just because you see someone, on screen, that doesn't mean that they're the same person in person. Now, I'm not saying that Bill Murray will not acknowledge and, help you out by taking a picture or whatever, but they're human beings, guys, okay? But I'm glad Bill Murray took it in his own hands and actually did that shit. I really am, because, it's enough's enough already. I remember one clip I saw of Jay-Z. Someone tried to do the same thing with him. He just took the phone, that's it. Like, it's frustrating. I mean, you got to look at it from, the other person's point of view. I mean, it is fucking annoying. I mean, you come there. I mean, yeah, keep in mind, Bill Murray also comes from a generation where you go to a party, you chill, that's it. You want to take a little Polaroid there like we did in the 80s. That's it. That's cool. But now it's just every fucking person, turning on their phones, video, pictures, it'll go online in 2 seconds. I mean, it gets fucking frustrating, man. So I can't blame him for, acting like that. I really can't, So from now on, if you see Bill Murray, treat him like a living legend, like he deserves to be, and just politely ask, can you take a picture? Cool. If not, don't worry about it. Okay? That's it. Thank you. It's almost impossible to imagine anyone besides Tom Hanks playing Forrest Gump. That's true. I mean, it ended up being Bill Murray. He wasn't a fan of the role, however, and turned it down. That doesn't make any sense. He wasn't a fan of the role, however, whatever, you get what they're saying. Yeah, okay, so I didn't know that. I heard at one point it could have been Woody Harrelson, John Travolta they wanted. Bill Murray as Forrest Gump, eh? I don't see that. I don't see that. Then I heard another rumor that Dave Chappelle was supposed to play Bubba or something, and that ended up being true. Apparently, he did turn it down, and I don't know. Who knows? The point is, everything worked out fine. I said this before on my Tom Hanks podcast. Check out those archives. Oof, oh my god. But apparently, long story short, he was supposed to be Mario in the '93 movie. Then last minute they backed out. If he ended up doing that movie, he would end up doing Philadelphia. Then that got the ball rolling for Forrest Gump. So the rest is history. So everything works out for a reason. Okay? Chances are if you take a picture with Tom Hanks, he will not throw your phone off the roof. I think Tom Hanks is way too nice for that. But at the same time, if he did, I'd understand. Okay? He is a Greek citizen now. We don't like to be bothered either, okay? Just saying. The climactic scene in Kingpin when Ernie McCracken bowls a turkey of 3 consecutive strikes to win the showdown wasn't a trick of editing. Murray actually bowled 3 straight strikes, which led to the crowd responding with a genuinely wild reaction. This is absolutely true. I was going to get to this before or after or whatever it's called. But yes, this actually happened. Those 3 strikes, that's how good of a bowler Bill Murray is. He did it in 1 take, apparently, and he absolutely killed it. That's pretty awesome. So, yes, there's nothing Bill Murray cannot do. Wes Anderson's Rushmore did a lot for the careers of many stars. It launched the career of Jason Schwartzman, solidified Anderson as a cinematic force, and steered Murray in the direction of taking dramatic roles. The movie hit a crisis in production after Disney refused to fund its most famous helicopter scene. Murray stepped in and gifted Anderson a $25,000 check in order to properly shoot the scene, but Anderson never cashed the check. There you go. Does this sound like a bad man, ladies and gentlemen? I mean, like, he wanted the movie, to be the way it is. I mean, him and Anderson over the years, I'll get more into the films later, but I built up a really good relationship, and he was nice enough to do that. So, again, yeah. I mean, come on. It's... How many facts have we read so far? 4 or 5? That's it. And we already know how good he is. I mean, come on. That's, okay. Though Murray made quite the charitable gesture with his attempted $25,000 contribution to Wes Anderson, the actor was only paid $9,000 for his role in Rushmore. Regardless, he went on to collaborate with Anderson on many other movies. Yes, he did. Why wouldn't he? Anderson makes classic movies. Get more into that in a little bit. Murray doesn't just cause trouble on the set of films. He also caused trouble at both Boy Scouts and in Little League when he was a kid, which led him being kicked out of both youth groups. Who cares? Listen, I played baseball as a kid. It was fun in the beginning. Later on, it was pointless. I would hope for rainouts. It got to be so fucking boring. Who cares? Same thing with soccer too. Listen. Here's a sad fact about youth sports, okay? First of all, it's bad enough that you guys don't keep score, okay? It's just fucking pathetic. But for the most part, okay, it's just an excuse for parents to get their kids out there, drop them off somewhere so they can, stay home and fuck. That's it. That's the only excuse, okay? So if your kid ends up being like a star soccer player or hockey player or football, basketball, whatever, it's basically a fluke. I mean, you basically hit the lottery, okay? So obviously with Bill Murray, it wasn't meant to be. And, we all know what happened later, okay? He was meant to be an actor, meant to entertain us, meant to be one of the funniest people of all time, okay? In the end, just send your kids off to, do whatever and just, let them have their good fuck session, for the next 2-3 hours. And that's it. We'll see you at nighttime. They'll pick up the kids, buy an ice cream. That's it. It's all good. There's a rumor that Murray got bitten by the groundhog while filming Groundhog Day and even had to get a rabies shot. While this isn't true, Groundhog Day producer Trevor Albert laughs that it's not that it didn't try and bite him. I think it wanted to bite him. Lots of people wanted to bite him. Ladies and gentlemen, I love Bill Murray. I have no intent in actually biting him. This is an amazing movie. I played the clip before. I think it's one of his better movies for sure. And again, we will get into it. But I have no desire on biting Bill Murray. I think he's a great man. Worst case scenario, I like to just shake his hand, maybe give him a hug, and just say, hey, man, Caddyshack. Caddyshagging. Good segue. While in high school, Murray actually worked as a caddy at the local golf club. Why not? I've heard Bill Murray, he shows up to a lot of golf outings. He gets paid, a nice amount for doing all this shit. He loves golfing himself. The outfits alone, the hats, the shoes. Listen, it's Bill Murray. He can wear what he wants. He can do what he wants. That's it. Caddyshack, one of the best movies of all time. I promise you, I will get into that in a little bit. Now, the Murray actors. Murray isn't the only talent in his family, as 3 of his brothers also are actors. All 3 of these brothers, Brian Dole Murray, Joel Murray, and John Murray, appeared alongside Bill in the Christmas classic Scrooged. Now, I guarantee you've seen these guys. A lot of films. All funny dudes. Funniness runs in the family. That's it. You ever see Mike Myers, his brother? He's fucking hilarious. They used to tell stories back in the day in the house. They would just do improv in the basement, shoot the shit. You know, that's what you do. Brotherly love, man. Just back and forth. It's a beautiful thing. Bill Murray is a beautiful person. The entertainment talent in the family isn't limited to just the men either, as his sister Nancy is a Dominican nun who put on a one-woman show in which she traveled around the United States performing the story of Saint Catherine of Siena. That's it. Okay? We got the Flying Nun. What's up, Sally Field? Who I recently just saw in the movie Hooper for the first time with Burt Reynolds. Rest in peace. Sister Act 2, Back in the Habit. What's up, Lauryn Hill? We miss you. And yeah, another funny nun, Nancy Murray. There you go. See, again, guys, funny runs in the family. That's it. It's, you know, it's a beautiful thing when you can share that. So there you go. You know. Nuns can't have sex, right? Once they're in there, they can't. Yeah, it's a whole. Okay. Murray knows that you've got to take advantage of your roles when you're an actor. During the film of The Life of Aquatic with Steve Zissou, is that how you say? I always forget how to say it. Zissou. Yeah, I'll get to it later. He put in over 40 hours of diving and even gained his diving certificate. There you go. So again, him and Anderson work well together. He wants to make sure that the role is good. You know, it's authentic. There you go. Why not? Under the Sea. As a teenager, Murray had a band with some friends called Dutch Masters. Naturally, Bill was the lead singer. Of course he was. He's got a golden voice, somewhere between Frank Sinatra and Michael Bublé. He can do whatever he wants. He's Bill Murray. We're going to get to his singing. One of my favorite bits he did on Saturday Night Live there. We'll just be patient. A chemistry between the characters that Bill Murray and Scarlett Johansson play in Lost in Translation is the stuff of movie legends. However, it was all acting, as apparently the two didn't really get along well. During the crucial scene in the end of the movie, when the two characters lay in bed together, director Sofia Coppola had such a hard time provoking chemistry between them that she eventually gave up, called it a wrap, and had to try again the following day. No chemistry with Scarlett Johansson in bed. You know, if you told me Colin Jost, let's say 6-7 years ago, you know, wasn't gay, and then later on he would be married to Scarlett Johansson, I wouldn't believe you. But again, it's I get it. It's a movie set. You know, it's not. You know, it's. Yeah, listen, you got to get along with your co-stars. You got to try at least. You know. If I was getting paid for a job, I was in bed with Scarlett Johansson. Again, I'm the one getting paid for it. I would, yeah. At the end of the day, I could die, and I would be, I would be fine with that. I can't think of anything else better. But again, you know, you get actors together. Some of them, it just, you know, you either get along or you don't. So it happens. You know, still a good movie. Again, we'll get into that in a little bit. Murray doesn't mince words. on the set of Charlie's Angels. He wasn't the biggest fan of Lucy Liu, and reportedly once prompted her to throw punches at him by telling her that she wasn't a good actor. Well, I was going to talk about this later, and that's what I'm going to do. But again, you know, you go to a movie set, you either become best friends with a person or worst enemies. It is what it is. You either get together, you know, make some good music together, whatever that means, and or, you know, it doesn't work out. So this time it didn't work out. But again, we'll get into that in a little bit. Be patient, please. After leaving the improv troupe, The Second City, Murray went to New York and joined the infamous National Lampoon Radio Hour at the encouragement of John Belushi. After the comedy radio show folded, many of its comedians went on to be featured on Saturday Night Live or create some of the most famous comedies of the 70s and 80s, including Chevy Chase, Christopher Guest, Gilda Radner, and Harold Ramis. John Belushi, I love you. We miss you. You're fucking awesome. Thank you for encouraging Mr. Murray into doing this. Okay? And that's what you do when you get to this business. A lot of people, I think, forget that, even to this day. When you reach a certain, you know, level of success, especially in Hollywood, you know, being an actor, I never understood why you would stop someone else's progress. If you know someone that's funny or just even talented, why wouldn't you help them along? You know, and that's a very cool move that John Belushi did. And I remember hearing like stuff like, oh, Belushi didn't get along with Murray, like on Saturday Night Live. Clearly, it's bullshit. I mean, why the fuck would you encourage him, you know, to be, you know, part of the radio show here, and then, you know, they make great skits together on Saturday Night Live later if that was true. You know what I mean? People just like to start shit for no reason. So, you know, I went to Second City. Like I wasn't a big teacher or whatever. You know, I didn't pay. My parents did. Thank you for that. And you know, I was lucky to be on the main stage. You know, the last level there. But yeah, it's awesome. Like it's a huge honor to do that and to be like a, you know, part of that cast. You know, at Second City in Chicago, especially back in the day. I mean, that was awesome. Later on, go to Saturday Night Live. I mean, that's just phenomenal. So it's, you know, it's a brotherhood, you know what I mean? Like, just to be part of that. And, you know, I just don't like when people, you know, spread stupid shit like that and, you know, say, oh, these guys didn't get along or whatever. Okay, there'll be tips here and there, but who cares? I mean, in the end, you can't do a show with someone for like 4 years and not get along with them. You know what I mean? Like, someone's got to go. So, you know, again, props to Belushi, man. We miss you. And thank you very much for bringing Bill Murray to the forefront, you know. So basically, what I'm trying to say is that's what you do. When you obtain success, you should help people that are with you or around you and, you know, let the world recognize them as well. Before joining Saturday Night Live, Murray was a feature player on the one and only season of Saturday Night Live with Howard Cosell. The show is known as one of television's biggest disasters, as Howard Cosell, a famous sportscaster, had no experience in actual comedy. No experience in fucking hair pieces either. Jesus Christ. It looks like fucking Astro Boy. Okay. Yeah. I made you, Cosell. I made you. We all know Muhammad Ali. Another great man. But yeah, I don't know. This is before my time, so I can't say shit. I'm sure it was great though. Murray officially has a career batting average of .500 as a minor league baseball player. This is because in 1978, he played a game for the Grays Harbor Loggers and got a hit in one of his 2 at-bats for the team. All right. There you go. So again, guys, the star power, you get to, you know, live off your dreams, stuff like that. I don't think anybody's ever going to top Michael Jordan literally retiring for a bit so he could play for a major league baseball team. I mean, that was, I still can't believe that happened, you know. Not because Michael Jordan had that power, just because you know, I just, why baseball? I mean, you know, I don't get it. I don't know. I don't want to think of Michael Jordan as a baseball player. I want to think of him as that guy that could, you know, just, you know, dunk, put his tongue out, just fucking kill it. Why? Because he's the best basketball player of all time. Yeah, I said it. Okay. Yes, he's better than Kobe. Rest in peace. He's better than LeBron James. Okay. But we'll talk about that another time. Murray was the first ever guest that David Letterman had on his late night show in 1982. The year I was born. What a great year. He would also end up being the last guest to appear on the late show with David Letterman in 2015. Perfect. Letterman, the best late night host of all time. Bill Murray, one of the funniest people of all time. It's, they started together. Let's end it together. It was perfect. Okay, we still miss, I still miss Letterman. Okay, I still miss Letterman, Conan now. I don't know, and then, I don't know, we got great people like James Corbin. While Ghostbusters is one of Murray's iconic movies, he only took the part in the film in order to secure funding from Columbia Pictures for his own picture, The Razor's Edge. It would be filmed before Ghostbusters. However, it wasn't released until after Ghostbusters became a massive box office success. Sadly, The Razor's Edge ended up flopping hard. The role of Peter Venkman in Ghostbusters was not actually written for Bill Murray, but instead for the late John Belushi. How's that for irony, folks? Okay, I've already talked about this in many podcasts, including my Ghostbuster ones, but yes, John Belushi was supposed to be, part of Ghostbusters. Originally, the cast was John Belushi, Dan Aykroyd, and Eddie Murphy. Okay, and it was supposed to be set in the year 3000 and all these ghost houses in space, and there was a whole thing there. They couldn't afford it, then they did a rewrite, blah, 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 it ended up being a classic movie anyway, okay? We all know that. But, the irony is, the guy who helped Bill Murray, with his career a little bit in the beginning there, Bill Murray ended up replacing John because, John passed away there, and, it's... Like I said, Ghostbusters is one of my favorite movies of all time. Again, we'll get into that in just a little bit. Why? Because I could talk Ghostbusters all day. The failure of The Razor's Edge really got to Murray, and he became so upset that he decided to take a break from the world of comedy. A 4-year break, to be exact. But he didn't just sit around and do nothing. Nope. Instead, he moved to Paris, enrolled in the and studied philosophy and history. It was probably excellent inspiration for his academic character in The Royal Tenenbaums. Sure. But, hey, you know what? Take a break for a while. Why not? I think people don't give actors enough credit, like how much work really goes into it. I mean, you could be on set for... who knows, like 3 months, 6 months, whatever. I mean, even longer, 16-hour days, your body needs to just relax for a bit, and just chill. So that's okay, one flop here and there, whatever, who cares? You pick up the culture in Paris. I mean, it's still pretty good when you can just chill out for a bit in Paris, relax, eat some baguettes, just a couple croissants, magnifique. Voicing Garfield may not be one of the shining moments of Murray's career. No shit. But at least he's got an excuse. When he first came across the script, he saw the name Joel Cohen. There you go. Attached as the writer, and mistook him for Joel Cohen of the Coen brothers, subsequently signing up without any hesitation. Now, I heard this story, and that's pretty funny. I mean, yeah, I'm not going to lie to you. I mean, you just assume, it's one of the Coen brothers. So, yeah, hey, listen, worst case, voiceover work, get a paycheck, It is what it is. It's Garfield. You eat some lasagna, say your lines, that's it, John Arbuckle, he was gay, right? A baseball lover, Murray owns not just one, nor two, nor even three, but four minor league baseball teams. Besides co-owning these four teams, he also invested in five other minor league baseball teams, and in 2012 was inducted into the South Atlantic League Hall of Fame for his work in the league with various teams. There you go. Okay. Okay, so he still loves baseball. I mean, that's all right. That's cool. I did not know that. Okay. I mean, they got to turn a profit, right? Yeah, probably. Famous for showing up to random parties, Murray has been captured washing the dishes after a rager, as well as sharing karaoke booths with strangers. Okay, that I could totally see. Him washing dishes, yeah, I mean, you never know, because like sometimes you go to a party and you eat too much, and you don't want to be that one dude that eats too much, and then so you kind of try to hide it up by cleaning the dishes, and it doesn't look like you ate that much. But I don't know where I'm going with this, but the point is, yeah, that's pretty funny. I've heard the story where someone literally went to a kitchen, saw someone washing dishes, and it was Bill Murray. So again, is he doing this just for a laugh? Is he doing this just to keep clean? Either way, it's fucking awesome. I mean, you invite Bill Murray to a party, which is totally cool. But at the same time, yeah, maybe if you didn't invite him, who cares? Yeah, I mean, afterwards he cleans up. He's the best guest, man. Fuck, how can anybody hate Bill Murray? I don't know. I don't know. You guys are idiots. Drinking and driving is bad. Yeah, it is. We all know that. And so does Bill. During a trip to Sweden, Murray was pulled over for driving under the influence, though he wasn't in a car, but rather a golf cart. Is that, yeah, I guess it's, well, I mean, anyways, the cops let him go, though, and as it turns out, he was actually sober. He just thought taking the golf cart at the moment in time was particularly convenient. Again, it's Bill Murray. He wasn't drunk. He was just trying to be funny. Shame on the people that pulled over Bill Murray in a golf cart, okay? First of all, it's Bill Murray. Second, he was in Caddyshack, okay? What more do you want? Again, good segue. For his role in Caddyshack, not only did Murray improvise every line, but he needed only 6 days to turn in his comedic acting genius. Listen, I'm sure it was 6 minutes, okay? Caddyshack, one of the funniest movies of all time. Again, I will get into that in just a little bit. Please, I'm begging you, be patient, okay? Thank you. Famous for his temper and mood swings, fellow comedian and friend Dan Aykroyd, who is also another god, gave Bill the nickname the Murricane. Now, these two have a great relationship together, okay? They're, brothers, if you will, in this game, you call acting, okay? These guys will love each other forever. Everyone knows that, okay? Dan Aykroyd can say that about Bill Murray. He can. He's worked with him, He gets a little frustrated too sometimes, but it is what it is. In the end, you understand your friend. You always go back to them. I always say a true friendship is based on a good, big argument. If you have a big argument with someone that's your friend, and then how you come together afterwards, that's when you know it's a good friendship. Because you forgive that person, you understand how they are, and that's how these two guys are probably. Okay, so the Murricane, I've heard worse nicknames. I'm Italian. I watch a lot of gangster movies. I get it, but these two guys are awesome. That's all I'm saying. When Chevy Chase left Saturday Night Live, the cast of the show wasn't happy and felt he had abandoned them. He left them. When Chase came back to guest host an episode, Murray confronted him. The argument went from 0 to 60 quickly as they traded insults before exchanging blows. In a fight on set, Chase may have gotten the better verbal jab in, though, as he insulted Murray's looks by saying his face looked like something Neil Armstrong landed on. Now again, I'm sure these two love each other. Okay, we're gonna get into the one scene that they did in Caddyshack in just a little bit. But again, when you insult somebody, you tend to go all out, even when you're friends. You know, I've said many things to my friends. I'm sure deep down they secretly hate me. You know, still calling me a fat ass and stupid behind my back, and I get it. I get it. They're stupid fat asses back. But the point is, we understand each other. Okay, it goes back and forth. You let out some frustration, and that's it. You know, you go back to whatever, just, you know, chilling out, you know, smoke a joint and just relax. That's it. It's that simple. Stripes is a classic. No shit. That doesn't mean Murray enjoyed working on the film, though. What? He disliked acting alongside Sean Young so much that he refused to ever act with her in the future. Needless to say, they never worked together again, though Murray's career is still thriving. That is true. That is true. Again, you know, not everyone will get along with everybody. You know, it happens. You know, it's the way it is. Sean Young. Okay. I don't remember. We'll again, we're going to get into the movies in a little bit. You know, IMDb, the whole thing. You know by now. This may not be difficult to believe, but Bill Murray and Richard Dreyfuss disliked each other's presence during the film of What About Bob? Just about as much as their characters did in the movie. Okay, well, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? You know, I mean, I don't know. Like, he barely survived Jaws. I mean, you know, could he survive Bill Murray? I don't know. You know, it worked out better for the film because they didn't get along, like Fascinate said. So, there you go. More on that in just a bit. The Hurricane, there it is, struck during the filming of What About Bob, when he threw the producer Laura Siskin into a lake during a dispute. The two didn't get along during production, and he was also once threatened to throw her across a parking lot, but instead took her sunglasses, broke them, and threw them across the lot. Oh, shit. I find it very hard to believe that he literally threw somebody in a lake. I mean, I don't, you know, I don't know about that. You know, you threw him in a lake. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not calling her a liar. I'm just saying I wasn't there. I don't know. You know, broken glasses. Okay. You know, I've broken my glasses before. I literally, as a kid, sat on my own glasses. It's extremely embarrassing. I get it. But the point is, I wasn't there. But that is, it's not a good look. But again, sometimes it gets to be a little rough on set. You know, you're there for long days, and you know, I hope Bill didn't do that. You know, but that's you know, I don't know. Harold Ramis and Bill Murray were like brothers, but sometimes the love between brothers borders on hate. The two stars had a huge falling out during the film of the legendary Groundhog Day and didn't talk for 20 years, only reconciling shortly before Ramis' death in 2014. Now, I'm going to get more into that in just a little bit, but yeah, they created something really special with that movie. That's just my opinion, but rest in peace to Harold Ramis. You know, we miss you, man. On his 20th birthday, Murray tried to smuggle 4.5 kilograms, that's 10 pounds, of marijuana in through the O'Hare Airport in Chicago. I thought it'd be more. I'm not gonna lie. He almost got away with it. 2, if it wasn't for one of his worst jokes ever. For some reason, while smuggling the weed, Murray thought it would be a good idea to make a joke to the person sitting next to him on the plane. Yeah, they didn't get the joke and ratted him out. Murray ended up being convicted, but didn't have to do any hard time, just some probation. Also, is it really a joke if it's true? I don't know, Fascinate, you tell me. But the point is, and by the way, trees do make a sound if they fall in the woods, okay? Just because no one's there, that's fucking stupid. The point is, who the fuck would rat on Bill Murray? I mean, you know what I mean? Like even if you get into an argument with someone, you don't rat on him, if they got drugs on them. It's like making fun of their wife or their mistress. You just let it go. You don't involve family and drugs and how a person makes a business. Come on. Or even for leisure shit, for marijuana. Come on. Who'd be stupid enough to rat on Bill Murray? There's too many jerk offs out there, and this is like before the internet too, right? So I mean, if it was now, people would be taking pictures and there's no class anymore. There's no class, just no class. Bill Murray, come to Canada. Bring as much weed, or you don't even have to. Just it's like a weed shop. I don't know, in my area, like every 5 minutes. I don't know. All these 7-Elevens are closing down, but all these weed shops are popping up. It's fucking great here. Don't worry. Thankfully for not just Murray, but the whole world, after his run-in with the law, Murray had to change things up a bit, and accepted an invitation from his brother, Brian, to study improvisational comedy under the father of modern improv, Del Close, at the Second City Theater in Chicago. There you go. Friends help friends, family helps family. That's it. I mean, Bill Murray was meant for this shit. I mean, for him to go to Second City, forget it. I mean, he's probably like a kid in the candy store, okay? Fucking awesome characters he probably came up with. I mean, there's tons of them. I mean, there's a book out there, Second CD hardcover, came with a CD, whatever. It's I never listened to the CD. I'm sure it's good, but I mean, the pictures. Just watching young Bill Murray do his thing. He's in a picture with him and John Candy. Big John Candy fan. Obviously, I mean, the guy grew up like 5 minutes away from my place here, but. I'm not telling you my address, but the point is, I mean, places like Second City were built for guys like Bill Murray. I mean, that's awesome. So, props to Brian, who's also in Caddyshack. I will get into that in a little bit. Perhaps you've heard the rumor that Murray doesn't have an agent, and that he is only available to be reached through a 1-800 number that he set up. Well, not only is it true, but he checks it so infrequently that he has missed a good bunch of opportunities over the years, including roles in the films Little Miss Sunshine, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and Monsters, Inc. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? How do you purchase a 1-800 number? That's cool by itself. But yeah, no, he doesn't have a cell phone. Yeah. Bill Murray lives a very simple life. Him being very successful as an actor, still here's a guy that just doesn't want to be bothered with shit. You reach me, I'll maybe get back to you, whatever, whatever. I mean, I've even heard rumors that in his contracts that he does for movies, there could be a clause where you sign up for a movie and he illegally doesn't even have to show up. I mean, he may show up, whatever. Roll the dice. That's what it is sometimes with Bill Murray. But you know what? If Bill Murray shows up, be thankful. Because he's the man. He's one of the funniest people of all time. I'll say this till I'm red in the face. I don't care. But he is fucking awesome. All right? So if you got the chance to work with him, please do so. Growing up wasn't the easiest for the Murray family. And at 17 years old, Bill lost his father, who was only 46 at the time, to diabetes. His mother also went through several miscarriages, and one of his sisters suffered from polio. Wow, jeez. I did not know that. Oh, man. Oh, shit. Yeah, sorry to hear that, guys. Wow. Yeah, that sucks. I mean, if you're a guy, you have a proper male role model there, to help you out with things. It can be tough. Especially for the mother. She went through a lot of miscarriages there. Shit, man. I mean, it's they say comedy doesn't come easy. Okay, it's there it is. You know what I mean? But Bill Murray was able to strive through that through his brothers, and yeah, that's pretty cool what he's accomplished throughout all this. I mean, I wonder what Bill Murray's father was like. I mean, he must have been fucking hilarious too, right? I mean, you gotta assume that, right? I mean, I don't know. I remember Jim Carrey always said that like his dad was funnier than him. I mean, can you imagine that? Like, fuck. So, I'm sure he shaped a lot of things the way he sees comedy and life and all that. But yeah, it's still pretty cool to see that Bill Murray and everybody there, strive through it and are still killing it to this day. So my heart goes out to that family, and hope you guys keep up the success for sure. Many great minds go through mental struggles, and Murray is no different. Although he had found success and fame, he was depressed, and in a moment of desperation decided to jump into Lake Michigan and commit suicide. He would change his mind, thankfully, after seeing a painting from artist Jules Breton, which puts his life in a different perspective. Okay, so I'm looking at I'm assuming it's the painting that they have on here. Okay, so I'm assuming the sun is going down. Because usually when the sun's like kind of reddish, it's usually going down. So yeah, it's sunset there, and it's a picture of a woman. She's got one of those the thing that Death carries, the long sticks there with the blade there, but like the short version of that, it seems to be working in a field. And I don't know, she's looking up, I don't know, maybe she's tired or whatever, but yeah, I don't know. Hey, look, whatever inspires you, you know what I mean? What inspires me? That's a good question. I'm doing this podcast, ironically talking about Bill Murray, lasagna, Garfield. Yeah, it's just like lasagna is just a perfect meal. Fills you up, and you have a good night out with the boys drinking and just chilling. You want to come home to a nice lasagna. That's all. It's it's not a painting. I mean to me, you see it in the pan. It looks like a painting to me. It's a work of art in my eyes. But yeah, like I was saying, yeah, so it looks like, yeah, puts everything in perspective here. You got some huts in the background, looks like. I don't know, maybe saying that, things are open, The sun is down at this moment, but it'll rise again, and you work hard for something, all day, and it's going to pay off. There you go. I don't know. What do I know? I can barely read. Bill Murray almost didn't make it out of portraying Hunter S. Thompson alive. During the filming of Where the Buffalo Roam, Murray and Thompson continually tried to see who was more ballsy and ended up having a Houdini competition. At some point, Thompson tied Murray up to a chair and threw him into a pool. Murray is no Houdini, though, and Thompson had to jump in and save our cherished star from drowning. Okay, well, that's just fucking nuts. Okay, listen, we all know Thompson. He's fucking insane and brilliant at the same time. Johnny Depp shot him out of a $3 million cannon. Yeah, it's true. Look it up. Like when he died, the ashes. Oh fuck, what a mess. But yeah, it just that's awesome. That's all. Just to be part of that, world. I mean, that's pretty awesome. Just don't go into the Amber Heard world. It just this. That's all. One night while Murray was hanging out with the RZA and Jizza from Wu-Tang Clan in Austin, Texas, the three stars weren't content with simply walking into a bar and drinking, but insisted, because that might be the coolest trio of all time, on going behind the bar and working. You can't make this stuff up. Even better is that whenever anyone ordered a drink, they ignored the order and served them shots of tequila instead. Beautiful. Beautiful. Listen, I'm not saying anybody can be a bartender, but, for the most part, it's easy. You just pour the shit in there, and you don't want to be bothered. Like if someone comes up, yeah, can I get a Cosmopolitan? Look, here's a shot of tequila. Shut the fuck up. It's Bill Murray. That's it. That's a beautiful thing right there. So that might be the best party ever. And they also all did a movie together, which it's true. I'm not bullshitting. I will get into that in a little bit, but the fun doesn't just stop with Fascinate, ladies and gentlemen. There's a couple of the stories I'd like to share that I found about the great Bill Murray. Now think about it like this, gentlemen, not ladies, but gentlemen. Think about if you're going to have a bachelor party and your friends clearly fucked up because, they didn't get you any strippers. They could barely afford a hotel room just to fit all you. And then all of a sudden, Bill Murray shows up. And Bill Murray joins your bachelor party. Joins you in drinks, even picks up the groom, has some fun there, just drinking with all the boys there in the room and, just talking. And, he even says something very simple, something that every, man should hear in his life. And, the bachelor party is not for the groom, but it's for the other guys. Mr. Murray, you give us such great advice over the years. I really appreciate you saying that. And it's very true. It is, it's, we all need that stress reliever in life. And, if the person getting married can't handle it, his boys will. So, but again, someone made a good point saying that if it wasn't for Bill Murray stepping in here, it looked like it was going to be the shittiest bachelor party of all time. No girls, not much to the room there. Looked like an Airbnb. Yeah, that's it. What are you going to do? So, but Bill Murray is a cool motherfucker that just showed up, helped this guy, in his time of need, at his bachelor party. And that's pretty awesome. I mean, is it better than 10 strippers? It might be. If it's Bill Murray, maybe. If it was anybody else, probably not. But Bill Murray, it's close. I mean, it depends if the amount, the shape, whatever. The point is, Bill Murray shows up at your bachelor party. Just there is a God. So make sure to pray for him the next day. Also, one day, imagine if you're getting married and you're just doing some photos, of your wedding, just some street views, whatever, because nobody has ever seen what a wedding dress combined with a sidewalk looks like. Then all of a sudden, Bill Murray is across the street and starts waving. And, he doesn't say a word. He just comes over, joins you to take some pictures. And that's it. How cool is that? Bill Murray is officially part of your wedding, not part of the ceremony or the party or even the bachelor party this time, but just he's in there just taking a picture with the bride and groom. That's nice, That's very nice. I think they got divorced 6 months later. No, I'm kidding. I actually have no idea. Yeah, the Bill Murray also, like I said before, won the Twain Award for humor there. But he was supposed to show up on Sunday, but he showed up on Friday to the White House there, I believe, and yeah, showed up in a Cubs attire, not the White Sox, because it's. I guess it's one or the other. It's kind of like a New York thing, where you either root for the Mets or the Yankees. I don't know. I heard they both blew it this year, but anyways, yeah, just like the Blue Jays. But yeah, I can't say shit either. The point is, yeah, he stayed there, chilled out for a few days, gave a speech, gave some updates about the Cubs and whatever, and there you go. So why not? And then at one point, he went to P.F. Chang's, which is was he, a chef? As a fat man, I should know this. Yeah, it's a restaurant too, I think, and he wanted to apply for the restaurant. He did it via Twitter, because why not? I mean, something good should come of Twitter. And yeah, I think he worked there for a bit, so, or at least he applied there. I don't know what happened. I mean, he didn't have to work there, but it's funny anyway. I think he did end up working there. I don't know. He chilled there for a bit with the people there. Why not? Again, it's Bill Murray. He can do what he wants. And he showed up to a Christmas party in Brooklyn there. The wrestler Mick Foley was Santa Claus. And the whole time, Bill Murray wore an elf hat. And he actually went on stage to sing Blue Christmas by Elvis. He was with the Twang Band. Something about Puss in Boots. I don't know, whatever. But yeah, anytime you see Bill Murray sing Elvis, it's a nice thing. I like it. I like it. I approve. Michigan, good old Michigan. I hear it's a nice place. Yeah, and then he went to a Walmart there. He went to the children's section there, riding a bike. And then he was dressed in I can't believe this. He was dressed in a fireman uniform, and then he actually had an oxygen tank with him, and he would just go around the section, woo woo, and he would squirt people with a water gun. I swear this is true. And then he would just yell like, "You were on fire!" And he, actually got escorted out of Walmart for that. I would just allow it. I mean, I don't see the problem with this. I don't know. I had one of Walmart's employees accidentally hit me with one of their machines there. Well, not me, but like my cart, and I had the frames in there, and I go like, what the fuck you doing? And she just shrugged her shoulders and just kept going. And an hour later, I got a $25 gift certificate. But that's the best thing that's ever happened to me at Walmart. But other than that, yeah, I think this is hilarious. Where you got an oxygen tank from? Who knows? But yeah. That's pretty cool. And one time he was at a baseball game or some hockey or something like that. I don't know. And then he saw some guy named Nick was there with his grandma, and then he told him Bill, it was his birthday or her birthday, and the grandma was there. She was very delighted to see Bill Murray, and then he sang "Happy Birthday" for her, and that's just nice. That's sweet, And then also one other thing, he was at a Cubs game and he had an extra ticket. I don't know why Bill, and someone asked this too, like, why did he have an extra ticket? I mean, did he plan on taking someone else? Did he always have this planned, like to, whatever, maybe give out his ticket? And he did. He saw a woman out there. He gave her a ticket. He sat with, her the whole game there, and Al Roker was for some reason behind them. I don't know, just wondering what the fuck is going on here. And yeah, Bill Murray was nice enough to give his ticket to, a lucky fan. So I don't know, man. I mean, again, you hear the stories about Bill Murray not being nice on set, but he is beautiful to his fans. I mean, this is just fucking awesome. I don't know how, you know, again, he seems like a nice guy. He really does. I don't know. I think when people get to a certain point in their career, I don't know. I think they're just jealous of other people who should be more successful, and I don't know. They just want to bring a guy down, or and it just sucks. It's just sad, And they all pile on at once too, right? It's not like they're saying this at different times. You know what I mean? Like now they're all piling on, and I don't know. What are you gonna do? I mean, like even the recent stories here, it says Gina Davis auditioned, with Bill Murray, for the one movie there. It was a quick change, and she was saying that he was touching her shirt or whatever, and I don't know, like everyone saw the whole thing on Arsenio Hall there, and I think it was just Bill Murray trying to be funny. I mean, listen, we all know today, forget it. You pull that shit, you're done, okay? But again, it's Bill Murray. She seems to be laughing about it too, or whatever, but. I don't know, man. And then Seth Green told a story about when he was a kid on Saturday Night Live. I don't know, they were fighting over an armrest or some shit, and I don't know. Actually, that actually happened to me once. I got in the shit for that, and I don't know. I ended up. No, did I sit on him or the other kid? And I don't know. Something happened. The point is, an armrest. Just let Bill Murray have it, and then he said later on. He picked up Seth Rogen. Keep in mind, or Seth Rogen. Sorry, Seth Green. Sorry, I don't think Seth Rogen would say anything bad about Bill Murray. Seth Green was picked up by Bill Murray by the one leg, and he held him over a garbage can. And I mean, it's gotta be pretty traumatizing for a kid. I mean. I think I told the story before when I was in kindergarten. I don't know, like I literally pushed a kid like into a garbage can, and like his legs were dangling, and they had to like tip the garbage can like on the side just to get him out. And like when they pulled him out, like he had a banana peel on his head. I can't make this shit up, but yeah, all I can say is this. I mean, just Google Seth Green and pictures and. Like Seth Green, I love you. I love Family Guy, Robot Chicken, Without a Paddle, not so much. But let's just be honest with ourselves. I mean, looking at these pictures, I mean, who wouldn't want to dangle Seth Green over a garbage can? It's just, I don't know, like, again, okay, like I get it. Part of it is because he is a ginger, and they have no souls. But still, I mean, come on. I mean, when I got picked on as a kid. I think by now I would have heard that, some of these people would have been celebrities, and I could say, oh, okay, at least I was picked on by this kid. I wasn't. I was probably picked on some guy that, probably, was doing, 10 to 20 for robbery or, whatever. So, just be thankful. If Bill Murray picks on you, just consider it nice. Consider it one of the best days of your life. That's all, I've seen Seth Green's wife, by the way. She is like 2 feet taller than him. She's a beautiful woman. Seth, you won the lottery, okay, when it comes to everything in life. Just relax, all right? Come on, please. Rob Schneider said that when he was on Saturday Night Live, Bill Murray came in the host, and he just, he hated us, he said, especially guys like Adam Sandler and Chris Farley. What's funny is I recently saw this episode because I just wanted to look back and see if there's any whatever. But like even in the monologue, Bill Murray did this funny monologue where he was just saying things, but then they would type out what he's really thinking, like below the screen there. And like he said, oh, Chris Farley is a talented guy, and then he said something like Chris Farley loaned him $40 and didn't give it to him back or whatever. And it just. I don't know. I mean, but then even at the end, I was looking like, because you know how they all, shake hands at the end of the show there. Like I don't know. He shook Farley's hand. He was still nice about it, whatever. And I don't know. It didn't seem like anything bad there, whatever. But I don't know. A lot of people say it's because maybe Farley reminded him of like Belushi and, maybe the shit he had to put up with there. And, I get it. Like I did a podcast about Chris Farley, and I fucking love Chris Farley. I mean, I think he's one of the funniest guys of all time too. Ironically, these two guys, shared a stage at one point. So I think that's pretty cool. But at times, you heard Farley could be a little manic and whatever, with his stuff, and maybe it was a pain in the ass to deal with sometimes behind the scenes. Who knows? But what are you gonna do? And I mentioned Chevy Chase there with the whole insults back and forth, and it's I think Bill said something about his wife or something, and then he did the Neil Armstrong joke, and you go back and forth. That's all it is, guys. I mean, come on, and again, like him and Richard Dreyfuss, I mean, do we not are we really surprised that those two didn't get along together? I mean, there's a reason why that movie worked so well, is because Dreyfuss is more of I think he's more of a theater actor, isn't he? And and I'm not saying Bill Murray hasn't done theater or he can't, whatever. I'm just saying those two together aren't going to get along. You just know that, and that's why one is cast as a doctor, the other one's the patient, and that's why the movie worked so well. Because I don't know, you both just assumed it was like this in real life. And I think at one point I heard that Bill Murray threw an ashtray at him, and I don't know, he missed him, but then Richard just left the room. He didn't retaliate, whatever, and I don't know. He didn't, Again, he puts up with the Jaws for all these years, and fuck, just you gotta learn to let shit go. Let the let the little shit fly. That's all. That's all. I mean, I don't know. Was it a big ashtray? I don't know. We don't know. Who cares? But I mentioned the Laura Zinskin producer thing. I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of fucked up. I mean, you throw somebody in the water. Yeah, that's. I don't know. I hope that's not true. I'll just say that. But Harold Ramis. They didn't get along during Groundhog Day, and then they went 20 years without speaking to each other. But then he visited him in the hospital, in the morning, 7 a.m., brought him a box of donuts. They hung out for a few hours, and, they kind of reconciled. So, and keep in mind at the end there were, the year that Harold Ramis died at the Oscars, he didn't die at the Oscars, but I'm saying Bill Murray was there presenting, with, Amy Adams. Yeah, lovely woman. She's also a redhead. So again, it's not just a redhead thing. Don't worry about it. But and then they mentioned all the names, whatever, who passed, or to give thanks, whatever. And then Bill Murray said, "You forgot one, Harold Ramis." So there you go. And I gotta be honest with you, the Academy Award. I mean, forget the Harvey Weinstein, Will Smith shit alone. I mean, forget it. Holy fuck. I mean, they can't even get people honored to fucking read and open a simple envelope. I don't know. But then again, I can barely read too. So, but to not mention Harold Ramis, but it was nice that Bill Murray mentioned it. So, I thought that was nice. Angelica Houston, when they did the Royal Tenenbaums, apparently Bill Murray had a party and he didn't invite her. He invited literally everybody except for her. And then later on, they saw each other, and he said to her, "I missed you," and then she said, "Oh, you're full of it," and what are you gonna do? What happened there? I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. Richard Donner, the director of Scrooged, they didn't get along for a little bit there. He said it was difficult to work with, whatever, because he's more of a method actor, and, telling him to say his lines louder, and I don't know. Would you ever have the balls to tell Bill Murray to say his lines louder? I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I always understand what Bill Murray's saying. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. There's a Jennifer Butler. Well, she's an ex. I don't listen. Listen. First of all, that's his private life. It's none of my business. It's nobody's business. Okay, whose ex doesn't badmouth them after they get divorced? You know what I mean? You can't count that. That's just fucking stupid. But the big one was the whole Lucy Liu thing. So when they had an argument and they went back and forth there, and I don't know, Lucy Liu seems like a pretty tough chick. I don't think she's gonna take that shit. So and again, maybe Bill Murray didn't mean it in a bad way or what. Again, I wasn't there. What do I know? I don't know. So they had a little scuffle there, and but then I think she was mad because he had to go to a family function, and he showed up late or whatever, didn't show up that day, and then she was upset after. Let me turn the page here. Hold on, lots of notes. I actually made notes today. Nice. Yeah, so, they had a little argument there, but they kind of reconciled there. And it always seems like they reconcile afterwards, but everyone's got their story about Bill Murray, but it's not like it really carries on that long. You know what I mean? Like, it's Bill Murray, guys. You know what I mean? I mean, guys, you're on set for 16 hours. Yeah, most of the time there, you're just fucking waiting and doing nothing. You're going to go nuts. To tell a guy like Bill Murray to just sit down and not do anything for hours on end, it ain't going to happen. It ain't going to happen. The guy's going to joke around and do shit, and okay, maybe he'll push the limit here and there, but, come on, man, a little leniency here. Fuck. I mean, he's Bill Murray. Come on. Now Quentin Tarantino, I say he was on the Joe Rogan podcast. I don't think he had a problem with Bill Murray, but he just said like he always plays like the sarcastic guy, and he should be less sarcastic. And I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't sound like he had any hatred towards Bill Murray. Just he feels he always plays the same guy. But I mean, I don't know. I don't feel that way. I mean, Bill Murray can be pretty serious. I mean that's the whole thing about him and Scarlett Johansson there. The was a Lost in Translation. I mean, he showed a more serious side there. I mean, I don't know. I think you hire certain people for certain parts because they're just so good at doing certain parts. I mean, obviously they don't want to be typecast with those parts, but I don't know. Everyone's got their opinion, I guess. Aziz Ansari. Oh, jeez. I mean, he's the director of the new film here, and yeah. So, well, we'll get into that a little bit. And then PJ Souls, actress for Stripes. Yeah, like I said before. I think I said it before. Or no, that was the other. No, yeah. She was married to Dennis Quaid. Maybe she still is. I don't know. Apparently, he would call her every night. Oh, come on, one night. What? But again, this all sounds like jokes. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, come on. I mean, Dennis Quaid, me and him, we share the same birthday. I mean, we're both Aries. I mean, we're not going to stand for that shit. I mean, we both know Bill Murray's kidding around. You know what I mean? And come on. I don't know. I mean, a lot of these stories just seem very exaggerated and just bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, I get it. Maybe if you work with someone that you're not used to or whatever, but, and then maybe you're not used to their style and, maybe you're more of a serious actor trying to remember your lines. I get it. Maybe it can be a little frustrating. But in the end, Bill Murray is just doing his thing. He's just, I think he just wants to make people laugh and just entertain people. I really do believe that, honestly. And, as you can see here on IMDb, he's done that for quite some time. And I find it very hard to believe that, even the day and age we're living in where, you get canceled for, fucking crossing the street, I'm pretty sure he would have been stopped by now. But he's not. He's not because he's Bill Murray. And I think in the end, people do see Bill Murray and his talents and, what he can pull off. So if you don't mind, I'd like to go on IMDb. Because fuck Rotten Tomatoes, it's just horrible. It's just I don't know. Like it's owned by Paramount, the same people that they think Top Gun Maverick is a good movie. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Fuck it. The point is, let's review. So the very first thing that Bill Murray ever acted in, or his first credit here, it says was in 1973, a short called The Hat Act. And he played a bookstore owner. Okay. I've never heard of this. There's no picture. It's only 24 minutes. And it has a rating of 9.2 out of 10. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been doing this podcast for almost 5 years. I've never seen someone have a first job with this high of a rating. Holy shit. You think with that rating, they could afford a picture. An internet magician appears in a Midwestern town and takes as an apprentice a young man from a poor background and teaches him all of his tricks. The young man uses this knowledge to steal money, and the magician returns, causing the young man to have a dramatic change of heart. Okay. It stars Bill Murray, obviously, he's the bookstore owner. Jeffrey Lehman, no picture. The Magician. Mark Houston, The Apprentice, no picture. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I got nothing. I have never heard of this. I don't know. Someone can let me know what this is or where you can find it. Please do. Then he did Pass the Buck, Expo 74. He played the MC. Tarzoon, Shame of the Jungle. Tarzan. Okay, I get it. He played the reporter. And then Saturday Night Live with Howard Cosell, the TV series he did. Showed up in a few episodes there, including the pilot. Again, I don't know. I don't know much about football. I know Howard Cosell mostly through the Muhammad Ali interview there. I didn't know he was that funny. He could have his own show, but teach his own, I guess. And then he did Next Stop, Greenwich Village. He played a character named Nick Kessel. He was uncredited. Then he was in a TV movie, the TV show. He played various characters. Okay. So, of course, around this time, that the story of Saturday Night Live started in 1975. It started off as a sketch show. It still is a sketch show. Okay, a lot of people don't know that. But it's still on the air to this day. I mean, there's a rumor that it's going to stop at the 50th season, but I don't know. Who knows what's going to happen in the next 2-3 years. But what was it 48 years? So far, so good. So, and of course, he had the original Not Ready for Primetime cast, which included Chevy Chase. But in the beginning of season 2, Chevy Chase left. A lot of people thought he was, more for his career. The thing I heard later on was he actually left for the woman he was seeing. I think it was 8 months later he stopped seeing her or whatever. So I don't know, but I mean maybe it was part of his career. Who knows, guys? He left. What are you gonna do? It's his choice. And then the person that took over that role was the great Bill Murray. Okay, so. As far as I remember, Bill Murray was in 2 sketches that show. He did one quick sketch where it was just him in front of the camera. The first one, he was just on the phone for a little bit doing a quick little thing. It was okay, but the one sketch that really took off was him when he was playing a director within the sketch, directing all the people there, doing his voice, doing his thing, whatever. You knew by watching that skit, this guy was going to be something, or he was here to stay. You know what I mean? I mean, you never really know who's going to be whatever, but you could tell he'll be fine. He's a good fit for Saturday Night Live. Other sketches he did with the sketch he did with Gilda Radner, where it was the 2 brother and sisters there. Oh, here comes the Noogie Patrol. That was good. I always liked that one. Microphone Soap on a Rope, which is classic. It's just Bill Murray singing in the shower. He has a microphone that's made of soap. What happened was someone gave him that as a gift, and he's like, fuck it, I'm just going to use it in a sketch, and there we go, the rest is history. The Lounge Singer, that's classic, just always mixing in current events with songs. Star Wars, when will they end? That's classic too. One of my faves he did was when he would show up on Weekend Update there, and he would just rate all the nominees for the Oscars. It's like supporting actor. Nobody cares about that. So that was great. He was also part of the cast in the Greek restaurant there with Belushi and Aykroyd there. I remember he goes to the one guy. The one guy's like giving the order. Oh yeah, I want this. I want this. I want this. And then Boomer's just like shaking his head. Cheeseburger. After that, Bill Murray became an official Greek, but he's always been loyal to his Saturday Night Live roots. He's come back to host a couple times. He came on the 25th anniversary to sing to the lovely Catherine Zeta-Jones, and then came back on the 40th anniversary to sing the lost lyrics to Jaws. Is this a Richard Dreyfuss revenge thing? You tell me. Paul Schaefer on the piano, ladies and gentlemen. Give up to the Canadians. That's it. That's it. Lost lyrics. I didn't even know that, but Bill Murray played that perfectly. I don't know why they censored Goddamn. I get it. It's a family show that airs between 11:30 and 1 o'clock on a Saturday. But if anybody can say Goddamn, it's Bill Murray. So that was awesome. But yeah, Bill Murray, I mean, forget it. I mean, once he joined Saturday Night Live, it's, you know, he's one of the funniest cast members of all time. So, and Saturday Night Live, yeah, it's still going on today. And yeah, who knows how much longer it's going to last. But, you know, I'm sure if they do something at the end, I'm sure Bill Murray will come back again and, you know, maybe do the, you know, the lost lyrics to Tarzan. I'm sorry. But seriously, Bill Murray was awesome on Saturday Night Live. I mean, he always is. He always delivers. So, I mean, from there, you could tell he was going to be a star, you know. Belushi and Aykroyd left after 4 years. I think he stayed on there for, I think, one more year after that, maybe a half, something like that. And then, you know, the rest is history. So, you know, like I said, he's one of the best that ever did it on Saturday Night Live, and he paved the way for a lot of people. So, again, thanks to John Belushi for introducing him to that whole world there. And then, you know, all those guys, you know, and girls getting along for the most part, you know, of course. I mean, you hear the stories, whatever. But, I mean, that was when Saturday Night Live was Saturday Night Live, you know. And this fucking PC shit. And, I mean, they just did whatever the fuck they wanted. So, different time, guys. But, I don't know, what can I tell you? But, yeah, if you got the chance, check out those first 4 or 5 years. You won't be sorry. Okay, back to present day. Well, sort of. No, 1978. Then he was in a TV movie called The Ruddles. All You Need Is Cash. He played a character named Bill Murray the K. All right. Then he was in a movie called Coming Attractions. I never heard of this one either. Then he was in a short, A Bird for All Seasons. Okay, 1979. But I think what people are going to remember in most for 1979 is Meatballs. Okay, now this movie has a rating of 6.2 out of 10. I think it should be a little higher than that. Okay, but keep in mind, again, like this movie, it's not really based on Bill Murray's character. It's more based on like the one kid there, and like Bill Murray kind of helps out the kids there here and there, and I don't know, he's saying shit over the PA, and he's just pretty much. I mean, it wasn't for Bill Murray. I mean, forget it. They would never made this movie. That's for sure. I mean, they had trouble just finding funding for this movie. I mean, it took like forever for them to make it, but. Yeah, what does it say here? Wacky hijinks of counselors and campers at a less than average summer camp. Yeah, that's when we didn't even have the internet or porn or we people had to go to camp and they just I don't know, fall asleep in the river. That was a good prank. Yeah, but it's like Bill Murray said in the movie. It just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter because he made this movie funny. And in the end, he was just that cool counselor that wanted to help out the kids and make sure they have a good summer. So if it wasn't for Bill Murray, like I said, this movie would have never been made, would have never been a success. He definitely, this is just him, doing, the Bill Murray thing, being funny, all this shit. And, those beautiful Hawaiian shirts. That's it. So yeah, if you got the chance, check out this one. I've never seen Meatballs 2, 3, 4, 5. Did they make a 6? No. Did they make a 5? I don't know. Who cares? But the point is, at least see the first one. The first one is definitely worth seeing. So yeah, definitely check that one out. Then he did Mr. Mike's Mondo Video. Then he was in a short, The Dogs. Then he did the movie I talked about before, Where the Buffalo Roam, where he played a person named Hunter S. Thompson. Now, unless you've been living under a rock or have no idea who Johnny Depp is, Hunter S. Thompson is a notorious writer who just used to write for Rolling Stone articles there, and they came up with a couple movies over the years, and one of the first one, or I think the first one I know of, is Where the Buffalo Roam, and it's a semi-biographical film based on the experiences of gonzo journalist Hunter S. Thompson. Which is funny because in Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, I think they created the character Gonzo. He did have a lawyer, but then they made him a big fat guy on purpose, but that's a story for another time. But I've seen this movie for a while, but I remember this movie being funny. I liked it. It wasn't... listen, it's no Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. I'll just say that. It's more campy. It's more comical, all that, whatever. But I don't know. I thought Bill Murray did a great job with this one. Peter Boyle's in it. Rest in peace. A lot of people know him for being the father in Everybody Loves Raymond. I was told for a lot of scenes in that show, he was actually stoned a lot of times, which makes sense because he was just at the table eating. That's a fucking great paycheck to get. Young Frankenstein, watch that shit every year on Halloween. Classic. Bruno Kirby, miss him. He died a few years ago. Obviously, we know him for Godfather 2 and Basketball Diaries. This is a good little movie. I haven't watched it in a while. I can't say a lot about it, but I don't remember. I do remember a part where he's giving a speech and he just lights up a joint like right at the speech. Like nobody gives a fuck. But again, guys, this was back in the day, where you could literally have a Mickey of wild turkey, hook it up to your veins, just have a good time. That's all. It's just a fun movie. Rest in peace to Hunter S. Thompson. you could do a whole podcast on that guy for sure. But he's a very interesting guy. Actually, no. Like Benicio del Toro said in a Howard Stern interview, interesting. No, there's another adjective for him. But totally agree. But it's a good little movie. So you got the chance, check it out. Bill Murray does a pretty good job. Then 1980 again, he was in a movie called BC Rock. This is British Columbia? No. No, I never heard of this one. I don't think so. No. Okay. And then 1980. Oh. I'm all right. Ain't about to do but me. I ain't gotta give me a fight. I can just let me be who they love. Sorry. I fucking love this movie. Caddyshack. And he plays a character named Carl Spackler. I didn't even know he had a last name. I swear to God. Okay. So the funny thing about this role that Bill Murray played, I heard originally when they hired Bill Murray for this role, okay? And that's Carl with a C, by the way. Is they wanted his character to be a mute, okay? Which means don't say anything. Just kind of be there, do some funny things, but don't say a word. How the fuck can you hire Bill Murray and for him not to say anything. You gotta have him say something. You have to. You have to. He was great in this movie. I mean, but everybody was great in this movie. Rodney Dangerfield, who basically his breakout role. You got Chevy Chase coming off Saturday Night Live. You got Ted Knight, who apparently he was frustrated with everybody on set there because all these guys, from comedy and whatever, they kept improving his lines, and he's used to just doing the TV thing, reading off the script, whatever, and just blah 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 blah. So but he was a great bad guy. Michael O'Keefe. Very funny guy. Always enjoyed him in Roseanne as well. Sarah Holcomb. A lot of people remember her from Animal House. Okay, of course, it's same person that did it, Harold Ramis. And let's be honest, and a lot of people do know this. If it wasn't for Animal House, Caddyshack would have never been made. Okay, Animal House is probably the funniest movie of all time. Remember when comedies used to be good, ladies and gentlemen? People would go out to the movies and see good comedy movies, good R-rated comedy movies. You don't have to worry about what the fuck was said, and I don't know. Now you can't fucking fart without being sued, and it's a shitty time for all of us. This is going to be a shitty decade with the recession. Forget it. But anyways, here's an interesting, just random fact. I just want to throw this in there. Scott Colombi, who played one of the caddies. Now, again, this is just a rumor, so I don't want to get sued. But I heard that this guy actually took Valerie Bertinelli's virginity. Again, that's the rumor. I don't know if that's true. I'm just saying. Okay, he kind of he looks like a young Tony Danza there. Maybe that's possible. I did do a podcast about Tony Danza. This guy did do a lot of fucking. Not this guy, Tony Danza, because remember that one story where. I don't know, he had to go to the hospital or whatever because his dick was bleeding, and it's a whole thing. The point is, this movie is fucking awesome. Like, you watch this movie, and then afterwards you're like, why are more comedies like this today? Like, what happened? Why, like, what happened? I mean, the losers at home still living in their parents' basement, it just, they complain about you can't say this anymore, you can't say that, blah, 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 fuck off, you dickheads. But, this is definitely one of the best movies of all time. Again, I could do a whole podcast about this movie. I mean, maybe I will one day. I don't know if you guys are good, maybe. But, no, I'm just joking. But I would love to. I would love to. But the one scene in this movie with Bill Murray and involved Chevy Chase. Now, apparently, like I mentioned before, the fight, and all that, and it wasn't written in for the original movie, okay? But, the execs, of course, they're the ones paying for this shit, and, they said, look, we got two big stars here. We got to have at least one scene with, these guys together, so.
Let's give you the big Bob Marley joint. Look at this. Here, try this.
Carl, I really don't do this very often.
This is dynamite hat. Watch out for this.
Well, maybe one round and then I blow it.
It's a little harsh. But here, cannonball it. Get right back. And then one more of these right on top of the cannonball. Cannonball coming. Cannonball coming. No.
Carl, can I have a drop? Just a drop. Myself. That's fine for me. That's good.
Can I say something to you, Frank?
Hi, Frank.
You've been acting psychotically lately. What the hell? Why?
Well, I've been a little under strain. Gotta play the Smales tomorrow.
Smales.
Funny match, no.
The thing to do with Smales is, he bothers you, I'll take care of him. What you gotta do to Smales is, you cut the hamstring on the back of his leg right at the bottom, he'll never play golf again. Because he goes back, his weight displacement goes back, and he stays there. All his weight's on his right foot, he's gonna be pushing everything off to the right. He'll never come through on anything. He'll quit the game.
That would work, and I'm gonna call you if I need that help.
But seriously, no BS. You ever want to rap or anything? Just talk or just, get weird with somebody. Buddies for life, I think.
I'll drop by. You drop by my place anytime.
What's your address over there? You're on Briar, right?
Briar. 2.
You got a pool over there?
We have a pond in the back. We have a pool and a pond. A pond would be good for you. Natural spring.
Oh, yeah, or pool or anything would be good. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to clean this up.
You go ahead and clean up a little bit. It looks fine to me. Thanks for the dope.
That's awesome. First of all, I just want to point out that at one point when I was playing this clip, a plane at 7:45 at night, for some reason in my area, went by, and that actually seemed to be a problem on set during making Caddyshack, as it was close to an airport. So thank you for that. Second, I mean, most of the scene was just improv. Even Chevy Chase was saying at one point that, they were just like, oh, yeah, a pond would be good for you. Yeah, a pond, yeah. So, Murray just doing his thing, Chevy, both these guys are great. I fucking love this movie. I mean, this is just a great movie. Top 10 for sure comedies of all time. Like I said, I could do a whole podcast on it, but yeah, Bill Murray was just great. And I mean, just, all the stuff with the gopher, him hitting on the old ladies, which really, I mean, he was kind of like a pioneer in that aspect, because, I mean, back then, people just wanted to date their own age, but, I mean, now, you hear about all these stories about, teachers fucking their students and, it's just, go after an older woman. I mean, I don't condone that. I'm just saying, listen, so Caddyshack, one of the best movies of all time. You do what you got to do, in life. But all I'm saying is, if you want a really funny movie, I mean, a really funny movie, you got to see Caddyshack. It's one of the best ones of all time. Plain and simple. Bill Murray is just fucking awesome in it. I mean, that's, I mean, you'll never trust gophers again. But other than that, just, check it out. I've never seen Caddyshack 2 or 3. I don't know why they bothered, but yeah, just see the first Caddyshack. I guarantee you will be happy. Then another movie came out in 1981 called Stripes. Again, this is Bill Murray. What if Bill Murray joined the army with Harold Ramis and John Candy? Yeah, this is the result. Two friends who are dissatisfied with their jobs decide to join the army for a bit of fun. Why not? They're like, you know what? We got nothing going in our lives. Let's just join the army. They clothe us, they feed us, but then they realize it's a lot more work than they thought. But again, you got Ivan Reitman, behind this directing. Why not? Why not, guys? Again, another classic movie. You got a lot of funny people in this one too. Like I said, John Candy, one of the funniest guys of all time. Harold Ramis, the two guys we definitely lost way too soon. Warren Oates, PJ Souls, which we told that story, but Sean Young, we told that story. Okay, listen, you don't get along with everybody. It is what it is. John Larroquette, John Volstad, John Daly, I think I said that right. Judge Reinhold, he's in this too, really? Fuck, I haven't seen this one in a while. Joe Flaherty, of course. Yeah, so classic movie, guys. Classic. I haven't seen this one in a while, but I remember this one being really funny. Again, Bill Murray just doing his thing. Just listen. It's Bill Murray. I mean, like, how many times I gotta tell you guys? Just listen to me, okay? So far, I've given you guys some good ones, okay? You got Caddyshack, you got Stripes, Meatballs. These are all classics. We all love these, okay? We all love them. That's it, okay? That's it. But this is, I mean, Meatballs, I guess you could say Meatballs, he was the main guy in it, and same thing with Where the Buffalo Roam. But this is kind of just Bill Murray kind of taking the charge on this one, I guess, like being like the main guy, I guess officially the main guy, but yeah, he's great in it. So again, another comedy classic. Check it out. Then he was in something called Twilight Theater. It's a TV movie he did. SCTV Network, of course. We all know Second City. Talk about the show they had. He showed up on there for a little bit. Why not? Why not? Help out your buddies. It's all good. In 1982, he was in a movie called Tootsie. I think I think it's really safe to say they definitely could not make this movie today. And again, I wouldn't have a problem if they did, but, people are going to complain. Tootsie, Miss Doubtfire, it's, come on. But yeah, this is a pretty funny movie. I mean, Bill Murray wasn't in this a lot. I haven't seen this movie in a while. I remember it being really funny, though. Dustin Hoffman was really good in it. As Tootsie, of course. About playing Michael Dorsey, an unsuccessful actor disguises himself as a woman in order to get a role on a trashy hospital soap. Hey, work is work, man. What are you going to do? I mean, it is what it is. Again, good luck pulling this shit today. But, yeah. But then again, I don't know. Who knows? I mean, I don't know. You could do... listen, I'm one of these people. As long as you do what makes you happy, don't hurt anybody, that's it. Plain and simple. But what are you going to do? That's life. That's life. That's life. Dustin Hoffman, Jessica Lange, and the guy here, what's his... No, it's not. I always confuse this guy for Major Dad, Dabney Coleman. No, that's another... No, he had another show. But anyways, yeah, but Bill Murray's in it for a little bit. Like, he's not in it for a lot, but like a few scenes here and there, but he's still funny. But overall, it's a really good movie. I mean, you don't see this movie just for Bill Murray. You see it because it's a good movie. So, if you got the chance, definitely check this one out for sure. One of Dustin Hoffman's best for sure. Then he was in a TV show called Square Pegs. I never heard of this one. But I have heard of this one. Ladies and gentlemen, 1984 was I don't know what kind of year it was. I mean, I was only 2, but all I can say is this. I have my top 5 movies of all time, and they go in this order. Godfather 2, Godfather 1. That's right. I think Godfather 2 is better than 1. I will talk about that another day. Goodfellas, Pulp Fiction, and at number 5, Ghostbusters. And Bill Murray plays Dr. Peter Venkman. Ladies and gentlemen, all I can say is this. This is one of Bill Murray's best roles ever. One of his best characters ever. You need of course, you got to have a bunch of scientists there, or wannabe scientists that, just want to do good in life. Go around New York City, fight some ghosts, but you can't make it all serious. So, Bill Murray's character is just a huge comic relief, and he's very sarcastic, very witty, The scene specifically I've always liked is when he goes into Dana Barros' apartment there, played by Sigourney Weaver, of course. Lovely woman. It's just clearly hitting on her, as she said, he's acting like a game show host, it's just doing his thing, and opens the fridge. Clearly you see an advertisement for Coca-Cola. But, he's just, he doesn't know what he's doing. He's just spraying some stuff, he's like, oh, detects whatever, ghosts, whatever. He doesn't care, he's just playing along. He's just Bill Murray, he's just doing his thing. He's just providing us with some awesome entertainment. Just a great character. And I've done a podcast about Ghostbusters. I did one about the recent one that came out. But yeah, I mean, long story short, guys, this is my childhood. I mean, I love Bill Murray and will always love Bill Murray just because of this role alone. One of the best comedies of all time. I mean, a lot of people consider sci-fi, I guess. I mean, because it's got ghosts or whatever. I don't know. To me, it's just a comedy about a bunch of guys who are drinking, smoking, catching ghosts. It's awesome. I mean, like I said, I mentioned it, like enough facts about this movie. Like I said before, it was originally supposed to be John Belushi, but, he passed away. And, Bill Murray took over the role. I did hear at one point that Michael Keaton was supposed to play this role, but and I love Michael Keaton. I did a podcast about him too. He is fucking awesome too. Not just because we share the same name, but, but it's impossible to see anybody else playing this role other than the great Bill Murray. I love the scene where when the about to go in the elevator and the guy's smoking a cigar. Remember, you used to be able to smoke inside. Oh, what a great country, great world. But I don't know what the fuck happened in the last 20 years. But anyways, I don't know. We were all worried about Y2K, but then everything else fucked up. But anyways, the motorcycle going by. The point is, okay. He's just, hello, what are you guys doing here? It's, someone reported about a cockroach on the floor or whatever. It must be some cockroach. Butt your head off, buddy. And then they go into the elevator. Like it says no smoking. Like you smoke anywhere else, but you can't smoke in an elevator. Who gives a shit? But anyways, it's an enclosed area. I get it. Whatever. I don't know. I remember you used to be able to smoke in planes, and I'm sure when people went to go see this movie in 1984, they can smoke in the theaters. Nobody gave a fuck. It's a different time, different comedy. But still, this movie holds out to this day. It is still fucking awesome, and Bill Murray's just great in it. But definitely the scenes with him and. Sigourney Weaver there, when she's like floating on top of the bed there, and there is no Dana, only Zool. Oh my, what a lovely scene, boys, you have. Just like every scene, you should be scared. He's just making these smart ass comments. He doesn't give a fuck. He's just winging it. Not Bill Murray, but I'm just saying that the actual character he's playing, he's just going with the flow, and this is just an awesome movie. I mean, it really is. It's great. But like I said, I encourage you guys to listen to my other podcasts. Don't worry, I'm not getting paid for this. On Ghostbusters and the other one, but you can't picture anybody else in this role, And of course, like I said before, you got Dan Aykroyd, Sigourney Weaver, Harold Ramis, Rick Moranis, Annie Potts, William Atherton, I think I said that right. Ernie Hudson. What more do you guys want? In a movie. I mean, this is one of the best comedies of all time. And there's are you guys seeing a pattern here with Bill Murray being in some of the best comedies of all time? Okay, it's not just by fluke. Okay, Bill Murray was on a hot streak after Saturday Night Live. All these great movies came out at the right time, R-rated comedies. I think Ghostbusters is PG, but you get the idea. If it was rated today, it'd probably be rated R because, it shows them drinking and driving the Ecto-1. No, you can't do that. Yeah, I know drinking and driving is wrong. Okay, we know. The point is, this is one of the best comedies of all time. Or, sci-fi, if you're that kind of nerd. One of my favorite movies of all time. If you had not seen Ghostbusters, 1984 Ghostbusters, I'm going to get to the other and unfortunate one in a bit, but Ghostbusters 1984. If you have not seen this movie, you got to see it. See it as soon as possible. We used to make it a blockbuster night. Just do whatever you got to do these days. Netflix and chill. After you have sex with your girlfriend's best friend, just afterwards enjoy Ghostbusters. Have a good time. And I do want to say this. I think I mentioned this before. So obviously Belushi died, and wasn't in the movie, but he was. The Slimer character was supposed to embody John Belushi, and I think they called him Onion Head or something like that before. He didn't actually have an official name. I don't think till the cartoon or whatever. And I do find it ironic that they always said they kind of went back and forth sometimes, him and Belushi, Bill, whatever. And so it is funny that Slimer does end up sliming Bill Murray. So it's almost like Belushi's making his presence known to Bill Murray, just even beyond the grave. You know what I mean? So I don't know if that was done on purpose or by accident or whatever, but either way, this is just a phenomenal movie. And Bill Murray, he's awesome in it. Everyone's great in it, but Bill Murray is by far the comic relief. He's just great in it. I can't say enough good things about this movie. So yeah, if you have not seen this movie, absolutely see this movie as soon as possible. You will be happy. I promise you. Then he did a movie called Nothing Lasts Forever. Let's which I've never heard of. Like even the movie poster looks weird. It's like a drawing of a bus or something. I don't know what the hell this is. Yeah, I have no idea what this is. The main guy, he looked like Ray Romano, but it's not. No, I don't know what this is. No, never seen this. I don't know. Then he did The Razor's Edge, which I mentioned before. He did Ghostbusters because he wanted to get funding for his movie, and yeah, it didn't do that well. I remember seeing this movie. I don't know. It was okay. It had its moments. It was more serious, I guess, but I don't know. It is weird seeing Ghostbusters and then you see Razor's Edge and you're like, oh, okay, well, he's not Peter Bateman. So, but yeah, I know Bill Murray was trying to go for something more serious here, but I don't know. Like I said, it had its moments. I mean, it's not the worst movie, but it's okay. I don't know. So, I guess at the time people were expecting more when, more funny things out of Bill Murray, I guess. So, it is what it is. Ray Parker Jr., Ghostbusters, the video, of course. Bill Murray, is in it. He's one of the Ghostbusters. The guy they did I don't even know what you call that dance, the finger pointing kick dance, I guess, back and forth there. And at one point they got Bill Murray spinning in Times Square there. So, And then somebody sued Ray Parker Jones for the song, or no, was it who was it? Was it Huey Lewis, allegedly? I don't know. And then years later, it was the other way around. Ray ended up suing him, and then the whole thing ended up being pointless or something. I don't know. Fuck. Who cares? It's an awesome song. Who are you going to call? Ghostbusters. That's it. We got one! Little Shop of Horrors. Good little movie. I guess a musical movie, I guess. Good little movie. Actually, this is one of the rare musical movies I actually like. Yeah. I forget. Bill Murray was in this, really? I don't remember. I haven't seen this movie in a while, so I don't know. Maybe he made a little appearance there, but well, I mean, obviously I think of this as more of a Rick Moranis movie, obviously. But yeah, it's a good little movie. It's about a plan to, just... I mean, don't overfeed your plants, and then they'll grow up to eat the rest of the city. So yeah, but it's cool. The animation, I like this movie a lot. I haven't seen it in a while, but yeah, good little movie. So you got a chance, check this one out too. Buster Poindexter, Hot music video. He played a bartender. All right. I mean, it was the 80s, guys. I mean, there's a lot of songs that came and gone, but not going to forget Michael Jackson, not going to forget the Police. And that's pretty much the main things you got to know about the 80s. I mean, yeah, there's other songs. I'm just joking, but still. I mean, those are the main, whatever. She's having a baby. Bill Murray's in it. He's uncredited. This is a John Hughes movie, right? Yep, that's what I thought. I haven't seen this movie in a while. I remember it being okay. It's not one of John Hughes' more known movies, but was it Trains, Planes, and Automobiles? Kevin Bacon, I think, plays the same character. Yeah, because there's that one scene in the beginning where they're both after the same cab or something. So I don't know if those movies are connected in the John Hughes universe, but yeah, I don't remember Bill Murray in this movie. I don't. Sorry. Scrooged. Christmas classic, a little spin on the whole, Charles Dickens, thing. So yeah, Bill Murray, yeah, See, I don't know what, I love Quentin Tarantino, don't get me wrong, but, but in this movie he has a change, but then again, yeah, I mean, it's the whole story. He gets visited by the three spirits there, and then, he changes his ways, and there you go. Yeah, good little movie. I try to catch it every Christmas. I got a whole list of them. It's a tough life. I did hear at one point that when Carol Kane, she did grab Bill Murray's lips, and at one point, held him and ripped him. That he was out for a little bit. But I mentioned before that him and the director had a little thing there or whatever. But listen, in the end, if this is the same Richard Donner that made the Superman 2, there we go, the Richard Donner cut. Okay, then you know what? Both these guys are all right. I mean, Which, by the way, on a side note, if you ever watch Superman 2, watch the Richard Donner cut. Don't see the other one. See this one. This one is awesome. Way more awesomer. If that's a word. But Scrooge, I consider it a Christmas classic. You got Bill Murray in there doing his thing. So, yeah. There you go. Ghostbusters 2. Okay. So, 4 years go by. No, it was 5 years. Oh, my bad. Here we go. It seemed, whatever. The success of the cartoon, coming out, the movie, of course. I don't know why they took so long to make another one, but they finally did. And, it's not the worst sequel. It's definitely not the best, but it's not the worst sequel of all time. I mean, it's okay. I almost used a comparison comparing, let's say, 48 Hours to another 48 Hours. 48 Hours, classic Eddie Murphy, Nick Nolte. The second one, you could tell they dumbed it down, wasn't as good. It's the same thing here. The first one, Ghostbusters, it's classic. Second one, you could tell, parents complained, because fucking parents don't know anything. And you don't see them drinking or smoking anymore. It's, I don't know, they don't use their packs as much, and they got this pink ooze or good slime or something. I don't know. I mean, I haven't seen this one in a while, but again, it was just dumbed down. I mean, it just wasn't as good. I mean, when you watch the first, thing of any movie, obviously it's going to be better. The second one, it just didn't deliver. I mean, it's got its moments. It's still okay. I mean, it's still an okay watch, whatever. But I don't know. Me personally, I'll just say this: I didn't like the ending. I mean, I thought the ending. I thought they could have put way more into it. I don't know. Yeah, like I said, they didn't use the proton packs as much, and I mean, that court scene is cool. I'll say that. When the two guys become ghosts or whatever, and they got to catch him again. But I don't know. I don't know. Just wasn't as good. That's all. It just didn't deliver. And then, even for years, they were asking Bill Murray, when are they going to make another one? Are you going to be a part of it? And then he was on some red carpet, and he said, well, now that we got the bad taste of Ghostbusters 2 out of our mouths, so, I don't know. He didn't seem to like it either. But, what are you going to do? I mean, it's still Ghostbusters. It's still better than a lot of other sequels, like I said. But, yeah, I don't know. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? I mean, they all can't be winners, right? So, Also, the one thing that always pissed me off about this movie, I know maybe it's a small detail or whatever, but I never liked the way they changed the sign. Like, they got, the ghost, from the no smoking sign, I call, the red circle there or whatever. He's given the peace sign like Mario. The original symbol is the best. They should never change that. Just always leave it the way it is. I mean, that's just me. It's a small detail, whatever. But I did think, though, it was cool that they had the Nintendo controller controlling the Statue of Liberty. I thought that was cool. But and then at one point when they're in the river of slime underneath the thing, I think Harold Ramis calls Winston Ernie, like Ernie Hudson, his real name by mistake. I don't know. You can see in the movie they just left it in there. But yeah, other than that, I mean, I don't know. It has its moments, but obviously it's nothing compared to the first one. So, will we eventually get a third one? We'll see. A Quick Change came out. Good little movie. I mean, I'll say this though. I haven't seen this movie in a while. I'll say the first half of the movie, like the whole robbery in the beginning there, is really funny with him, being the clown and all that, strapping all the stuff to his, his body there. But it was really funny. I thought it was a good little movie. I liked it. The second half is okay. It just doesn't I feel it's one of those movies like the first half's really good and the second half is okay, but still overall good little movie. I mentioned the stuff with Gina Davis before. I don't know. It is what it is. I don't know. Apparently, I don't know. Did they see each other or something? I don't know. Allegedly, and then there was a thing in a hotel room or something. Allegedly, they said, I don't know. Who knows, guys? I don't know. Like again with exes or, people. What it's nobody's business. It ain't my business. It's not my business. Okay, I don't care. I don't care. I really don't. I don't, you know? It's just funny that all these people put out this shit like years later. Like when someone puts out a story, then they pile on and pile, like, you know, like address the story now. You know, like why? I don't, you know. Speaking of problems, Randy Quaid, holy fuck. I mean, look up all that shit that guy's done the last whatever years. I mean, that guy, I mean, he's fucking funny as hell, but I mean, I don't know. He thinks that Hollywood was out to get him and his wife, and there's a whole thing there. And I forget, that's another podcast for another day. But it's a good little movie. I liked it. I heard at one point he wanted like Ron Howard to do it, and I don't know. He couldn't get him to do the movie, but then he did it with Howard Franklin here, and I don't know. I think it's a decent little movie. I don't know. I gotta say so. I don't know. If you got the chance, check it out. It's probably one of his more underrated comedies. A lot of people don't, talk about it, but I thought it was pretty good. So, got a chance, check it out. What about Bob? What about him? A successful psychotherapist loses his mind after one of his most dependent patients, an obsessive-compulsive neurotic, tracks him down during his family vacation. Ugh. Listen, I know I mentioned a lot of things about ashtrays and people getting thrown in lakes and whatever, but listen, this is a fucking funny movie. And again, it's one of those movies where the casting is perfect because like I said, a guy like Dreyfuss in real life is going to get frustrated with Murray. You just know. So if you have these two together playing the same thing that they're basically dueling out with in real life, of course it's going to be funny. I mean, is it a pain in the ass for everybody else? Of course it is. But you know what? You got to give yourself for comedy. You really do. You got to go all the way with it. And I thought Bill Murray was great in this. I don't know. The sessions he does with him where he just loses it, I thought it was great. Directed by Frank Oz. Oh, okay. I did not know that. Frank Oz. Oh, wow. Okay, cool. I did not know that. That is cool. Yeah, so when you got a chance, check out this movie. It's pretty funny. It's basically just Bill Murray driving Richard Dreyfuss nuts, just for 2 hours. So I liked it. I thought it was good. I like it. Then in 1993, which was a very good year, for music, movies, all that shit. Groundhog Day came out, where he plays the character named Phil, who doesn't have a last name. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I guess I never do mention his last name in there. Okay, cool. A narcissistic, self-centered weatherman finds himself in a time loop on Groundhog Day, and the day keeps repeating until he gets it right. Ladies and gentlemen, before I start this review, I just want to say this. Over the years, I've seen a lot of movies, a lot of TV shows repeat the same fucking idea. Okay? Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Okay? Stop copying Groundhog Day. Okay? It has to stop. I saw some recent movie out there with Pete Davidson. I got nothing against Pete Davidson. I did a podcast on him. Cool dude. But they were kind of repeating the same idea where, his date there, repeats the same day over and over again. And it just stop. And then I think, what was his name? The Dick in the Box guy. What the fuck's his name? The Sandberg. Andy Samberg. There you go. Yeah, he did a similar movie. I just stop it. Stop it. I love you guys, but you're not Bill Murray. Stop it. Just stop it. If everyone's gonna remake it or redo it or reboot it or whatever the fuck people do these days, it's gonna be Bill Murray, and that's it. And even then, I don't think you should do it. Don't do it. Okay? You want to do a funny Super Bowl commercial or something? Fine, whatever. That's fine. Like they with Edward Scissorhands, cool, go for it. Other than that, that's it. Okay? So this is to me, a very original idea. I can't pick, the one thing I always picture is Harold Ramis, pitching this movie idea to execs, going, okay, so we're going to have a guy play a weatherman, and he's going to relive the same day every single day. And the execs are probably like, oh my God, is he going to relive Christmas? No. Is he going to relive Halloween? No. 4th of July? No. April Fool's? No. Valentine's Day? No. Groundhog Day. What the fuck are you talking about, Harold? Listen, but you get Bill Murray in there, forget it. It's a different story. So Bill Murray, this is definitely one of my favorite Bill Murray movies of all time. Again, I consider it a top 10. Fuck, man. I've been trying to do a top 10 funniest movies of all time. I mean, Bill Murray's got to be at least in 3 or 4 movies at least, right? I mean, how can you ignore this guy's talents? But again, this is a great movie. I mean, yeah, so the whole point is he's just reliving the same day over and over again. He gets sick of it. Well, at first he likes it. First he's scared, then he likes it, then he gets sick of it. Then, you're going to fucking nuts. Who cares? But Annie McDowell's in it, who has very beautiful hair. I mean, she did all those shampoo commercials, right? Chris Elliott, very funny guy. Great on Schitt's Creek, too. I like Cabin Boy. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I mean, but then again, I'm a silly guy. Stefan Tobolowsky, who's a very funny dude. Very funny on Californication. He does one of the voices on Archer. I forgot. Brian Doyle Murray. I forgot to mention Brian Doyle Murray was in Caddyshack as well. But yeah, he's in a lot of Bill Murray movies. Guys, this is a great movie. Honestly, like I don't even give a lot of it away because it's one of those movies where I don't want to say too much because then I'll be, like I said, giving it away. I don't know. I have my own Groundhog Day moment here, but the point is, really good movie. I mean, Bill was really funny in it, but at the same time, he shows a little bit more serious side. I mean, there's a couple scenes in there where you really feel for the guy. I mean, he's living the same fucking day every day, and he's just going nuts, and he's and at one point he's figuring out ways to off himself, and it's just it gets kind of dark in some areas, to be honest. Yeah. But like I mentioned before, I mean, him and Ramis didn't get along for a bit, but they reconciled at the end. Like I said, you're good friends for years. Maybe you'll take breaks and whatever, but you never lose that bond. And people always make such a big deal out of it. They're like, oh no, they hate each other. But like, shut up, like how much shit these guys did together. You don't just hate each other over one argument. You know what I mean? Like, fuck off. But if you got the chance, definitely check out this one. I mean, this is definitely a good one. I mean, it's 8.1 out of 10. Can't disagree. Russian Doll. That's what it is. It's actually literally showing the show. And I like her name. I forgot her name. I forgot her fucking name. Oh, look, it even says Natasha Lyonne. There you go. It even says right there. It says complimenting it or ripping it off. See, that's my point. Now, again, first of all, Slums of Beverly Hills. If you ever get a chance to see that movie, she's really good in it. Great cast. But again, just stop repeating this idea, please. You're not going to top, a Bill Murray movie. Harold Ramis, you're not going to top it. You're not. Don't do it. Please, I'm begging you, okay? It's bad enough we're and now we're reliving all these reboots and all this shit, and and now we're gonna recreate classics like Groundhog Day. No, stop it, Hollywood, stop it. Okay, do your research, get some good writers, come up with some new ideas. Okay, come on, stop it. Okay. So, like I said, check out the original and the only, in my opinion, Groundhog Day with Bill Murray. It's excellent. Okay, you'll love it. Oh. Mad Dog and Glory. This movie sucked. Oh my God, yeah, this was a bad movie. Uma Thurman, I think, I think she gets naked in it. But other than that, it's a bad movie. It's a weird movie because you got De Niro playing the straight guy. You got Uma Thurman. I'm just gonna be honest with you. She's okay, and I think this is one of her first roles, so whatever, it's cool. Bill Murray is playing the gangster role. It's just it's weird, man. Like it's some alternate universe. Like the roles clearly should be reversed. I get they were going for the whole opposite thing. Whatever. No, this is a bad movie. It's a bad movie. Bad movie. Definitely one of Bill Murray's and De Niro's and Uma Thurman's worst movies. Yeah, I can't. I can't condone this. No, it's bad. Sorry. Saturday Night Live presents Bill Clinton's all-time favorites. Oh boy, I love that Bill Murray, man. Oh boy, not as much as I like fat asses and Big Macs, but oh boy. Yeah, I never saw this one. There you go. Ed Wood. Great movie. Oh yeah, Bill Murray is in this. Yeah, I forgot about that. Okay. I mean, obviously it's more a Johnny Depp, Tim Burton movie. I don't know. You might as well just combine the names together. I mean, they've done how many movies together? But anyways, there you go. But yeah, really good movie. Ambitious but troubled movie director Edward D. Wood Jr. tries his best to fulfill his dreams despite his lack of talent. I mean, this guy would make movies in 2 days or something. Yeah, it's fucking crazy. But I talked about this more in my Johnny Depp podcast. Really good movie. I completely forgot Bill Murray was in this. Who is he playing this? Bunny Breckenridge. Okay. I'm assuming that was an actor back in the day. Okay. But yeah, good little movie. When you get a chance, check it out. And yeah, Bill Murray's in it. So there you go. Kingpin. Okay. He plays a character named Ernie McCracken. Okay. So, Bob Farley, Peter Farley, two of the funniest directors that have ever done it. I mean, look up their stuff. I mean, obviously they got the ball rolling there with Dumb and Dumber and hit the ground running since. This movie, I don't know financially. I'm trying to think of if it did like as well. No. What am I saying? It didn't do as well as Dumb and Dumber, but it is a really funny movie. Oh wow, no, it pretty much bombed. Oh shit. Budget was 27, worldwide gross 25. Oh shit. But dry oatmeal. Howard Stern. Listen, all I'm saying is this is a really funny movie. Actually, again, the irony is that instead of Woody Harrelson, it was supposed to be Michael Keaton. He backed out last second. And Woody Harrelson took over as Roy Munson. So he plays star bowler whose career was permanently cut off cut off prematurely. Sorry, I'm tired. Cut off hopes to ride a new prodigy to success and riches. Okay, so the whole joke is there. I mean, you find this out early in the thing, so I'm not really giving anything away. He loses his hand. Now he's got a prosthetic hand. He was a star bowler. Bill Murray's character fucks him over, whatever. And now he's trying to just redeem himself, and he's got to face Bill Murray again later on in the film as a bowler. And again, Randy Quaid is in this, who's fucking hilarious. And again, I don't know what happened to him, but the point is definitely a very underrated comedy and a very underrated Bill Murray role. I think a lot of people forget how funny Bill Murray was in this. There was a whole thing online there. I forgot if it was Bob or Peter Farley. I think they both talk about how they obviously they wanted. I mean, who doesn't want to work with Bill Murray? Obviously, and then they were just fearing that. Oh my God, like he's not going to show up, and the day's going on. Then all of a sudden he shows up. You know, he's ready to go, and everyone's just, oh my God, thank God, whatever. And I mentioned the whole thing there. He bowled the 3 strikes in a row in one shot, and he's fucking hilarious in this. Everyone pulls their weight in this. They do a great job. Again, Chris Elliott. So again, you see a lot of the same people, you know, from the Farley brothers. Vanessa Angel, who I believe is Greek. Shout out to her. Lovely woman. But yeah, awesome movie. Great, really, really funny movie. I mean, Bill Murray's got the whole comb over thing, whatever. The special ball he has, which is really funny, because I remember at this time I was bowling in a league, 10-pin, like ironically. You gotta understand, like bowling was really big at one point. I mean, like I used to go to this Bowlorama at Thorncliffe. I don't know if anybody knows in East York, Toronto there, and it was awesome, and they had great lanes. And I just remember back in the day, they used to literally have ashtrays at, but this is a different world. You smoke and drink and whatever, and nobody gave a fuck, good food, and you play the arcade games, and like I remember one guy, he had a quarter with a hole in it, and he had a string, and he would literally there's a way of putting it in the arcade, and like you would just pull the string and get unlimited plays, whatever, and it's what a time to be alive. But the point is, bowling was really fun. I actually do miss it, and every time I watch this movie, I miss bowling. But yeah, it was really big at one point, and the Farley brothers took advantage of it and created a really funny movie with this one. So yeah, 6.9 out of 10. Sorry, and yeah, no, this is a really funny movie. So you got the chance, definitely check this one out. Bill Murray's really funny in it. Yeah, he's pretty well. I guess in some movies, technically, he's sort of played the bad guy. I guess in kind of What About Bob, sort of. But this one, yeah, he's a real dick in this one. But at the same time, he's fucking hilarious. So there you go. So you got the chance, check out Kingpin. Larger Than Life. Oh, fuck, I forgot about this movie. I'm almost positive that Bill Murray went on record to say he did this movie for the paycheck. This is literally about him and an elephant. And what does it say here? A motivational speaker discovers that the inheritance his father left for him is in the form of an elephant. Holy fuck. I mean, again, guys, this is, the mid-90s, Stupid concepts like this came and went like that, and it is just dumb. I never saw this movie. I'm actually very proud of that. And Space Jam. Okay, so this is the one with Michael Jordan, not LeBron James, which I don't know. Everybody always shits on for some reason. I thought it was okay. I mean, was it? I mean, I was just surprised they remade Space Jam 20 years later. I don't know. They seem to be doing that a lot with comedies, making them 20 years later for some reason. I don't know why, but I don't know. I like Space Jam for what it was. It was all right. They got Michael Jordan in there with the Looney Tune characters, and Bill Murray's in there for a little bit. Bill Murray's a basketball fan. We all know that, and there was even a rumor for a while. I remember on the news, I don't know if he did it as a joke, but he said he wanted to try out for the NBA or something. I mean, I get it was probably bullshit, whatever. But does a little cameo. Actually, more than a cameo, I guess. Yeah, I guess it's more of a I mean, does a nice little thing there at the end. But a good little role for Bill, and a good little movie. So it was the '90s, guys. Looney Tunes. Again, I remember watching Looney Tunes, for 2 hours on Global, just Channel 3 in Toronto there. And I don't know, good luck on airing those cartoons today. And I can't air that. Three Stooges, forget it. This world sucks. The point is, this is a good little movie. Check it out. Bill Murray's funny in it. Good little thing. It's a good little movie. Good little time. The Man Who Knew Too Little. I remember this movie very little. I sort of remember this movie. Yeah, it's the one that was like, he's a he doesn't know what's going on or something. I mean, you almost feel this movie should have been for like Leslie Nielsen or something. You know what I mean? But as I say here, Wallace Ritchie is mistaken for a spy and must stop a plot to assassinate international leaders at a banquet. So again, the '90s, they were full of these movies, mistaken identity, the characters out of it. All these people were like Mr. Magoo. I don't know. I don't remember much about this movie. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. It's up to you. Wild Things. Oh, now I remember this movie. 6.6 out of 10. Bullshit. Denise Richards alone. Listen. Bill Murray was hilarious in this as the lawyer. As a kid in his teens in the '90s, holy shit, this movie was incredible. We all, as a guy, we all know why. The point is, no, but in all seriousness, this is actually a pretty good movie with a lot of twists and turns and all that, and good little cast of people. You got We got Kevin Bacon, Nev Campbell, Matt Dillon, Denise Richards. Oh, jeez. Lovely woman. So is Nev Campbell. Canadian. All right. Theresa Russell, Daphne, Ruben Vega, Robert Wagner, old school. Bill Murray, of course. Yeah, so, yeah, but Bill Murray is the lawyer. He's pretty good. Just to see Bill Murray in a neck brace is, it's worth it. You know what I mean? So, but this is actually a pretty good movie. I'm not going to lie. So, yeah, definitely check it out. Yeah. If you're a guy, definitely check it out. Wild Things, scenes from the cutting room floor. Really? Huh. Okay, well, I'm going to have to look into that. With friends like these, that's it. I don't know. Never heard of this movie. This is one of these movies that, I don't know, I'm looking down the list here. I didn't even see Bill Murray in the... Yep. Okay. Rushmore. Okay. Another underrated comedy. Definitely a good one. He plays Herman Bloom. So, it's about, basically, about this, well, let me just read it. Fuck it, save time here. A teenager at Rushmore Academy falls for a much older teacher, I've been there, and befriends a middle-aged industrialist. Later, he finds out that his love interest and his friend are having an affair, which prompts him, Jesus Christ. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Him to begin a vendetta. There you go. So basically, it's two guys fighting over a girl. But you know what? It's not stupid rom-com shit. Okay, don't think that. It's actually very well done. Yeah, one of the earlier Wes Anderson movies I remember seeing. Yeah, Jason Schwartzman, very good actor. Yeah, I've seen him in a lot of things. He was in Fargo, the last season there. Yeah, he was good in that. Although him as an Italian, I don't know. The guy who played his brother, yeah, he was definitely an Italian, but or at least acted like one. But yeah, you got Seymour Cassell, Olivia Williams, Brian Cox. Good little movie, guys. Good little movie. Good performances by everybody. Who ends up getting the girl? Who knows? Actually, I'll be honest. I haven't seen this movie in a while. I actually forgot, but it's got to be one of them, right? Yeah. So definitely check that one out. That's a good one. Stories from My Childhood. It's a TV series. He did. Cradle Will Rock. I don't know this movie. Directed and written by Tim Robbins. Okay. I've never heard of this movie. True story of politics and art in the 1930s U.S., focusing on a leftist musical drama and attempts to stop its production. 6.8 out of 10. Yeah, that's not a bad rating. Okay. Hank Azaria, Ruben Blades, John Cusack, Carrie Elwes, Philip Baker Hall, Cherry Jones, Bill Murray, of course, Susan Sarandon, John Turturro, Emily Watts, Jack Black, Paul Giamatti, Kyle Gass, Bob Balaban. It's got a hell of a cast. I've never heard of this movie. I don't know. Okay, I'm definitely going to check this one out. Okay, well, I doubt if it's anything like Hand That Rocks the Cradle. That was, yeah, but we'll see. Scout's Honor, it's a short he did. Hamlet. Okay, obviously based off the play, 5.9. Ethan Hawke. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like Ethan Hawke does 5 movies every year. I don't know how. I don't know, when does this guy sleep? Fuck. Yeah, I've never seen this one. I've never seen this version. But Bill Murray plays Polonius. Okay. Charlie's Angels. Okay, so I've told the story with the whole Lucy Liu thing, but Yeah, I think got a good rating. Actually, you know what? I remember seeing this movie in theaters with my friends. Yeah, I don't know. You know whatever. We were kids. You know, what are you gonna do? It was a decent little movie. It was all right. I mean, you know, yeah. McGee directed it. That's right. Yeah, there was some story too where he like I don't know, something like allegedly like he headbutted McGee or something, and I don't know, it was a whole thing. I don't know, who knows. Um, but yeah, that's a decent little movie. I liked it. It was all right. I mean, obviously the remake of Charlie's Angels there. Um, yeah, it's all right. I mean, you know, Tom Green was funny in it. I remember he was going out with Drew Barrymore for a bit, and God, I watched Harry got or no, Fred, no Harry, Fred, no Freddie got fingered there recently. Oh my Jesus Christ! Tom, I love you, but I mean, holy fuck, I forgot how bad that movie was. Jesus, oh fuck. I mean, Rip Torn had his moments, because Rip Torn kicks ass, rest in peace. But oh my God. But yeah, I don't know. This movie's all right. It's whatever. Osmosis Jones. He plays a character named Frank Dettori. Yeah, this is like Farley Brothers trying to do like a whole cartoon thing. It was all right, Chris Rock plays a white blood cell. I get it. But Bill Murray, so it goes back and forth. Like Bill Murray, it shows him in real life, and then the germs inside. It's the cartoon, and it's not a bad movie. It's all right. I mean, Bill Murray, does his thing. I thought it was funny when they pop the zit on his face and it just fucking explodes all over the place. But I don't know. Other than that, it's all right. It's a decent little movie. The Royal Tenenbaums. All right. So, again, teaming up with Wes Anderson. Why not? If it ain't broken, don't fix it. Hell of a cast of people, I'll tell you that much. You got Gene Hackman. Again, man, I don't know about you guys. I miss that old school mentality. I saw a recent picture of Gene Hackman, actually. It was just like a week ago. I mean, holy, he's like pencil thin now. I heard he's in Mexico now, just living there, just painting all day. Why not? French Connection, man. Fucking awesome. Gwyneth Paltrow, Angelica Houston, I mentioned that story before. Ben Stiller, Luke Wilson, Owen Wilson, Bill Murray, of course, Danny Glover, Seymour Cassell, Kumar Palana, Alec Baldwin. He provides the voiceover. Why? Because he's got a kick-ass voice. Yeah, it's a good little movie. Eccentric members of a dysfunctional family reluctantly gather under the same roof for various reasons. Yeah, it's a good little movie. I liked it. I haven't seen it in a while, but all Wes Anderson movies are pretty good. I mean, they got their own little charm, the setting and all that. Yeah, I like it. It's a good little movie. I haven't seen it in a while, so I don't remember a lot of it, but I remember it being a good movie. Speaking of sex, definitely don't remember this movie. Female marriage counselor and a male depression expert try to solve the marital problems of a troubled couple. Yeah, I got nothing. I don't know. Yeah. I don't remember this one. Not the best rating, but yeah. Oh, okay. Lost in Translation. Okay. So, plays a character named Bob Harris. Good little movie. Okay. I will say this, though. I haven't seen it in a while, so I don't remember a lot of it, but I do remember it being a good little movie. The first movie I ever saw Scarlett Johansson in, I mean, I don't know if you don't count Home Alone 3. A faded movie star and a neglected young woman form an unlikely bond after crossing paths in Tokyo. All right, well. Yeah, so Bill Murray, I mean, he got a lot of accolades for this one. I mean, more of a serious role for him, obviously, And it's good to see because a lot of people always say, oh, people that do comedy, they can't be serious, they can't be... shut up, okay? Like anybody else, you give the person the right role, they'll do great. My only thing I do remember about this movie is they did a scene where Bill Murray does karaoke. And he barely does any karaoke. He does it for 5 seconds. Now listen to me. If you have a guy like Bill Murray doing karaoke, you got to have him at least do one song, one whole song. You can't just do a quick 5 seconds and then cut to the next thing. No. That's a huge. So Sofia Coppola, I love you. You know, Godfather 3, whatever. But you know, still, I mean that's something you definitely missed out on. Okay, maybe it was a deleted scene or something. Maybe he was going to do it longer. I don't know. But the point is, overall, good little movie. You know, shows that Bill Murray can do the serious thing finally. You know, I mean, really serious. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, he's silly too, but again, like I said, like comedic actors do not get their props when it comes to like can they do serious roles or not? You know, look at Bob Odenkirk. Okay, enough said. Scarlett Johansson was great. It's pretty much launched her to fame for sure. What do you think Bill Murray whispered in Scarlett Johansson's ear?
It just doesn't matter. 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 It just doesn't matter.
It just doesn't matter. It just. Sorry. Look, Bill's right in Meatballs, the first one, the only good one. It doesn't matter. By the way, in that scene, they didn't know how to end that scene, and Bill had a few, and he was just he just said, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna go with it." It just doesn't matter what happens in the scene. Look, it didn't happen. It just doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't. It's one of those endings where, you know what? You decide what matters. Okay? I'd like to think that he told Scarlett Johansson, look, you're a beautiful woman. You got your whole life ahead of you. You can do whatever you want. And have fun with life. That's it. Something simple. Bye. 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 And he does the look back. She does, she's looking at him. Good little ending. That's a nice little ending. So, what have we learned? Oh, we learned, I'm not done yet. The point is, good little movie. I like the way it ended there. I got it. Supporting my fellow Italian directors. It was funny when Sofia Coppola made this movie. I remember at the Oscars, him and her and Francis Ford Coppola presented together, and he made a joke saying, "See, one day I told you I was going to give you the family business." So I thought that was good. But yeah, basically, I wouldn't say a comeback for Bill Murray, but definitely put him more into serious roles for a bit, and Scarlett Johansson launched her career for sure, and Sofia Coppola, definitely helped her out too. She also did The Virgin Suicides, which was taped at a school that I went to. And when I say went to, I use that term very loosely because I skipped so much. It was one of those schools where it's too far to walk, but it's I don't want to spend money for the bus. You know what I mean? Shit, I forgot the name of the school. It was in East York. I don't know. It's along Coxwell there. Oh shit, I don't know. Shit, now it's going to bother me. Hold on. Monarch Park Collegiate Institute. There you go. Okay. Really shows how much I cared about the school. No, it was an alright school. I don't know. I skipped a lot, whatever. Yeah. It was one of those schools where, if you skipped a class, it would send you, I don't know if they even still do this. They'll send you an automated message to, your phone. It'll say, I don't know, something and you always had to time it out. It always came between 5 and 5:30, so I had to be near the phone, an actual landline. I don't know, any millennials listening, I'll explain what a landline is later. But it would just say an automated message you have a student who didn't show up at Second period. 4, English. Make sure he knows that he fucked up. Thank you. Have a nice day. Beep. Yeah, it was, school sucks. But the point is, they got a nice library here too. I don't know. It reminded me of the library in Breakfast Club. It's like fucking huge. I don't know. Not that I ever used it. The point is, good movie. Helped a lot of careers. And when you got the chance, just check it out. Coffee and cigarettes. Okay, so if you love coffee, you love cigarettes, you will love this movie. It's that simple. This movie has a bunch of different situations involving a whole bunch of different actors, great actors, just talking about coffee and cigarettes, maybe having a difficult conversation, maybe something simple, maybe something that involves coffee, something that is just very, quick, slow, either I don't know, whatever. But check it out. It is actually a really good movie. And there is one segment where you will see Bill Murray, RZA, and the GZA from the Wu-Tang Clan all in one scene. Now, I would show people this picture for years to come. And people thought I docked this picture and edited it to make it look like it was these people together. Like I fucking know how to do that. I mean, I can barely read. And it's a good little movie. Trust me, there's a lot of great people in this movie. Too many to list. But it's worth just seeing it just to see Bill Murray team up with the Wu-Tang Clan here and, just do their own thing. So, again, I could play the clip for you, but I don't want to. I just don't want to. I don't want to give away things all the time here. I mean, you got to leave a little suspense for the audience. So, but it is called Coffee and Cigarettes. It came out 2003. Check it out. Trust me. You'll love it. Garfield. He played Garfield, the voice of Garfield. I was always a fan of Garfield growing up. I like the cartoons. I like the comic books. I saw the movie. I don't remember anything about the movie. I got to be honest with you. I don't. Jennifer Love Hewitt. Yeah, I'm not going to forget her. But other than that, I don't. I don't know. I mean, what was it in Zombieland? There didn't Bill Murray say he regretted doing Garfield too? So, it was the wrong Coen brother. What are you gonna do? It is what it is. Hey, a paycheck's a paycheck. The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou. Another Wes Anderson, Bill Murray collaboration. If it ain't broken, don't fix it, like I said. With a plan to extract revenge on a mythical shark that killed his partner. Oceanographer Steve Zissou, Bill Murray, rallies a crew that includes his estranged wife, a journalist, and a man who may or may not be his son. And the plot thickens. So basically, this is almost like a soap opera done underwater. That's the best way I can put it. But good little cast of people. You got the usual players from a Wes Anderson movie: Owen Wilson, Angelica Houston. You got Willem Dafoe thrown in there because why not? He kicks ass. Jeff Goldblum, Kate Blanchett. Good little cast of people. So I haven't seen this movie in a while, but I remember it being good. So I've yet to see a bad Wes Anderson movie. I don't think it's in him. I think he's got kind of a Christopher Nolan kind of thing going there. So yeah, good movie. Broken Flowers. I gotta say, this movie, again, I don't remember a lot. I remember bits and parts. I remember more the ending, because, the ending, I don't want to give it away, but it's a good ending. Bill Murray was great in this, and this is, I wouldn't say it's a dark comedy, but yeah, I guess it sort of is. But him being definitely more serious, not the comedic, like Ghostbuster Stripes kind of Murray, definitely a more serious role for him. So the whole point is, he wants to find out, who his son is. And he gets this weird letter, and he really doesn't have a lot to go on, but he just goes on this journey, through all these women that he dated in the past, and he's trying to find out who his son is. So, again, like I said, I have not seen this movie in a while, but it is a really good performance by Bill Murray. Definitely check this one out. The Lost City. I don't remember this movie. Directed by Andy Garcia. Stars in it too. Okay. I don't know. 6.5 rating. You know what I say about 6.5 ratings? You know, the movie could either be good or bad. You know, it's kind of like in the middle there. You know. Wealthy Havana club owner and his family are torn apart by violent sociopathical upheaval brought about by the translation from the dictatorial regime of Batista to the Marxist revolution led by Fidel Castro in 1950s Cuba. Okay. I don't know. I've never heard of this one. I'm gonna have to check this one out. I got an uncle that looks like Andy Garcia, so okay, fair enough. Garfield, a Tale of Two Kitties. Obviously, he plays the voice of Garfield again. Okay, so this is where I'm confused. Okay, so the first time you know it's not the Coen. Okay, you know it's not that Coen you're talking about. What's the excuse for the second time? Okay, so, but again, listen, you do voiceover work. Guys, it's a nice paycheck. Like, who cares? Who cares? It's Garfield. Yeah, it's a cartoon. The lovable cat that loves lasagna and, has a friend named Odie and, what was normal? The niece or something? I don't know. Whatever. And then John, I don't know. His sexuality was always, I don't know, whatever. The point is, a paycheck's a paycheck. So why not? The Darjeeling Limited. God only knows if I said that right. But again, we got Wes Anderson in there. Of course, why not? Team up with your buddy again. Do a decent little movie. This movie's all right. This one's all right. I like this movie. Like I said, I mean, Wes Anderson movies are always, they always have a nice little charm to them. So, how about his buddy? Why not? He's not one of the main guys, I don't think. I think he's just in there for a little bit, but that's it. FCU Fax Checkers Unit. It's a short he did. No idea. After being assigned to check a bizarre fact about Bill Murray's love for drinking milk, two magazine fax checkers break into Bill's house to spy on him. What the fuck is this? Okay, I don't know if he likes to drink milk in real life, but okay. Either way, they made a movie out of it, so there you go. Get Smart. I don't know. I didn't think this movie was anything special. I got to be honest. I don't know. It's not Steve Carell's best. Let's just say that. But Bill Murray does a little cameo in there. It's nothing too big, nothing, whatever. A little quick thing here and there, and that's it. City of Ember. I never heard of this one either. I don't know. Nope. I don't know. It looks like more of a kids movie, maybe. I don't know. The Limits of Control. Bum bum bum. No, I don't know. I got nothing. Yeah. Okay. So Ghostbusters video game. Dr. Peter Venkman obviously does the voice. This is interesting. So I will say this. I'm not into... Yeah, I'm an old school guy. I like Nintendo, Super Nintendo, all that shit. But, let's be honest. The Ghostbuster games for those systems were not that good. But this movie, they got all the people together. All the four boys there. And I watched it online. It was like 3 hours of the cutscenes, whatever. It almost feels like the Ghostbuster 3 movie that we never got. And I got to say, I thought it was pretty good. The way they did it. Harold Ramis, before he died, this is the last thing that they all did together, the four of them. And I don't honestly. If you're a Ghostbuster fan, I would check it out. I mean, it's really well done. I think so. And then at this point, we were like, "Oh shit! Like, is this going to be the final Ghostbuster, movie that we see?" And well, something happened in 2016, and we wished it was. But the point is, if you're a Ghostbuster fan, I mean, on YouTube, people have cut it together. The cutscenes, whatever, from the video game. I can't be bothered playing the games anymore. I just don't have the concentration anymore. It's just gone. Yeah. Weed. The point is, yeah, I would check it out for sure. So there you go. Get Low. Oh, I remember this movie. Okay. This movie's all right. It's basically about a guy who, it's actually kind of a funny concept. Robert Duvall's character, he's the main guy, and he wants a funeral when he's alive because he wants to see everyone, whatever. And it's actually not a bad concept. And then Bill Murray's the guy who, puts it all together. So, yeah. It's actually not a bad little movie. I don't know. There's a couple slow parts here and there, but I don't know. It's not a bad little concept of what they came up with. I thought it was pretty good. So, yeah, I would check it out. Zombieland, of course. Okay, so I mentioned the great cameo that he did there. Dressing up as a Ghostbuster again. Teasing us. When is it going to happen? I mean, I remember he showed up on that. It was a Spike TV award show. He's like, he just came out of nowhere with the costume on, and he was like, I thought I'd just dust this thing off. Come out here, put something on. So again, you're teasing us, Mr. Murray. We're waiting for that next Ghostbuster movie in 2016. Oh, fuck. But the point is, yeah, good little movie. Yeah, he didn't last long in the movie, but it was a really good cameo for sure. Fantastic Mr. Fox, voiceover work, go in there, do your thing, easy peasy. Passion Play. I have no idea. 4.5 out of 10. I don't think anybody else does either. Mickey Rourke, Megan Fox, Bill Murray. Oof. Now that is an interesting cast. I've never heard of this movie. I don't know. An angel under the thumb of a ruthless gangster is saved by a trumpet player down on his luck. All right, well, I don't know. What are you going to do? Moonrise Kingdom. Good little movie. Again, Wes Anderson. Can't go wrong, I think we're seeing a pattern here, with Wes Anderson and Bill Murray here. I think they have a good little relationship here, I never thought I'd see Bruce Willis and Bill Murray in the same movie, but yes, it happened. Edward Norton, Frances McDormand, Tilda Swinton, Jason Schwartzman. Yeah, good little movie. The two kids here, what were their names? Jared Gilman and Cara Hayward. Well, I'm sure they're not kids anymore, but yeah, it's a good little movie. It's a cute little love story, It's nice. Good little movie. Yeah, Wes Anderson, man. He makes good movies, What are you going to do? Hyde Park on Hudson. He plays a character named FDR. Okay. Well, I never saw this one. According to the poster, he looks like he's having a good time. Where do you buy those cigarette holders? I don't know. I know you can buy shit online, but I'm saying I don't know. I go to a store, I can never find them. But I don't know. I want to be Hunter S. Thompson just once. But anyways, I didn't see that. A glimpse inside the mind of Charles Swan III. I heard about this movie. Yeah, he teamed up with Charlie Sheen there. I don't know, not the best rating. Yeah. The Monuments Men. There we go. Got it right the second time. This movie's all right. I mean, it's got its moments here and there. Again, I feel it's a little slow in parts, but it's all right. It's all right. The Grand Budapest Hotel. Always getting it right in the second time. good little movie. Again, Wes Anderson. Let's just keep this momentum going. Okay, you got Bill Murray in a movie. You got Wes Anderson. It'll be good. This one got nominated for a lot of shit. 8.1 out of 10. Yeah, this one probably one of his higher rating movies. Again, good little movie. I liked it. Yeah, I think Wes Anderson's good, man. I just, see, Bill Murray knows. He knows. And then he was on a show called Olive Kitteridge. I never heard of that one. St. Vincent. Yeah. Okay, I remember this movie. Okay, yeah. Okay, you got Bill Murray teaming up with Wilson McCartney, Naomi Watts. Yeah. Good little movie. A young boy whose parents have just divorced finds an unlikely friend and mentor in the misanthropic Baldy Hinduistic war veteran who lives next door. As you can see, I'm getting very tired. But this is actually a really good movie. One of the last really good movies I've seen with Bill Murray, to be honest. I mean, this came out about 2014. Wow, it feels like it came out like just a couple of years ago. But yeah, no, this is a really it's a good one. Good performances by the cast here. Yeah, good little movie. So definitely check that one out for sure. Yeah, I like how Bill Murray's doing, more funny. He's doing his funny roles, but at the same time, it's serious roles too. I like it. I respect that. I mean, over the years, like he's wanted to do that. That's why he's kind of wanted to retire the whole like Ghostbuster thing. It's not because he doesn't want to give the public what he wants. It's just he just wants to do, different stuff. That's all. He wants to be what do you call it? An actor? Yeah. So there you go. And I respect that. He was in an episode, or a few episodes of Alpha House. I don't know what that is. It can't be like Animal House. There's no way. He was in Dumb and Dumber 2. He played a character named Ice Pick. He did a little cameo there. I don't think you even saw his face, but you knew it was him. It's weird about this movie. The first half is really good, and then the second half it completely falls apart. But again, why make a sequel 20 years later? I don't know. Who knows? Parks and Recreation did a little cameo in that one. Good little show. Aloha. I sort of remember this movie. I don't know. I think the main thing. I think they gave Emma Stone shit in this movie because she was playing a Hawaiian or something, and yeah, I don't know. Man, this world, it's if unless you're actually that nationality, they're gonna they're gonna give you shit. I mean, it is what it is, man. I don't know what to tell you. Rock the Casbah. I heard of this movie. I never saw it. Not the best rating, it seems like Bill Murray's doing a lot of these movies that you just never really hear that much about. Very Murray Christmas. It's a little TV special he did on Netflix. Just him doing his thing. Nothing special. Just singing. A couple cameos here and there for people. Something to check out during Christmas time. Why not? Angie Tribeca TV series. He did Jungle Book. He did the voice of Baloo. Why not? Another tailspin. Oh yeah, oh yo, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yo, oh yo. Oh Christ, Ghostbusters 2016. Fuck. Piece of shit. I mean, oh my God. I don't know what they were thinking with this movie. I've already talked about this enough. Like, it's a bad movie. Let's just forget this ever happened. Okay, thanks. Vice Principals TV series. Danny McBride. He's done 3 very successful TV series. They're all great. He does a little. Bill Murray does a little appearance in the first episode here. Very nicely done. I already talked about Saturday Night Live before, but obviously he'll come back if. They need him. I'm sure, if they ever do a last episode, Bill will be there for sure. That's without a doubt. Isles of Dogs. He does a voice of the boss there. All right. The Dead Don't Die. Chief Cliff. I don't know. I heard of this movie. Yeah, I never saw it. Chief Cliff Robertson. Okay. Yeah, again, not the best rating, but what are you gonna do? Zombieland Double Tap. Yeah, he shows up at the end there. I didn't like this one. I got to be honest. The first one was way better. Like even the thing with Bill Murray, it was okay. It wasn't anything, you know. Like you knew he was gonna make another cameo. It's probably just a quick paycheck, you know. But I don't know. On the Rocks. Oh, this is a good one. This is a movie probably a lot of people have not heard of. It came out, yeah, just before, maybe during the pandemic, just when it began, whatever. It's an Apple TV movie done by and directed and written by Sofia Coppola. Yeah, so they team up again. A young mother reconnects with her larger-than-life Playboy father. He plays the Playboy father, of course, on an adventure through New York. This is a little, you know, like nothing special. This movie, like it's nothing crazy, you know what I mean? Nothing, you know, whatever, you know. But it's a very cute little movie. I liked it. I thought it was good, you know. And basically, they're just trying to, I don't know, figure out each other, you know, because you know she's grown up now. He's just settling down in his life, sort of, and yeah, you know, Bill and Rashida Jones, lovely woman. Your father, Quincy Jones, kicks ass. Okay, he's the best producer of all time. Just want to put that out there. Marlon Wayans is in it for a little bit. He's good too. But yeah, it's a good little movie. There's one scene where they get pulled over by the cops, and like I won't give it away. I think it's the best scene in the movie. How like Bill Murray kind of just like does his thing there to get out of it. But yeah, it's a good little movie. You know, again, nothing too crazy, whatever. I think it fell through the cracks because of COVID and all that. But yeah, if you got the chance, check it out. It's a good little movie. The French Dispatch. Again, Wes Anderson. Oh, can't go wrong. There you go. Yeah, I did see. Yeah, about the print. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. About the French. The magazine. That's right. Yeah. This one's good. This one's okay. I don't think it was as good as Budapest Hotel, but I thought it was all right. It was good. Some interesting cameos. Well, not cameos, but just role. Like Benicio del Toro. I mean, he's great in everything he does. He plays a good character. But yeah, you know, the usual suspects, of course, from a Wes Anderson film. And yeah, good movie. Check it out. Now, Ghostbusters Afterlife. Oh my God. And I mean that in a good way, folks. Okay. Obviously, I already did a podcast about this, going to the movies and then seeing this one. It was great. I mean, especially, you know, a lot of people criticized it for being too, you know, sappy and sad and whatever. And, you know, if you see the movie, you know what they're talking about. But at the same time, shut up. Okay. This is a great movie. They're going to make another one. Okay. So I'm really happy to see that, you know, really happy to hear about that, all that. But I thought it was great. I you know, I remember sitting in the theater and I was like, wow, they did it. They did a great job. Definitely made up for the one, you know, for the Scata 5 years ago. But yeah, this is great. And of course, you know, Bill Murray's in it. All the boys come back, literally. I don't want to say anything else if you haven't seen it, but you know, the last 15 minutes is just, I mean, the way they ended the movie was excellent. There is like a little bit of credits, then a scene, and then after all those credits, right at the end, there's something right after. So, what are the odds of an ambulance going back or driving by as I'm talking about Ghostbusters? I don't plan this shit, ladies and gentlemen. Although it is close to my house. The point is, actually, close to me, there's some person actually has the old, not the Ghostbuster car, but the actual like ambulance that, you know, I mean, it looks close to it anyway. And people literally like walk by and like they'll take pictures of it because they always leave it in front. One time, I actually saw it go down the street and someone, they actually do drive it. So all I'm gonna say is this: if I ever hit the lottery one day, I'm going across the street. I'm buying that shit. I don't care what they want for it. You know, here's cash. I'm gonna take it to a chop shop, whatever, and those still exist probably, especially in Toronto. But I'm getting my Ghostbuster car. I don't give a fuck. But the point is that I've already talked enough about this movie, but I can't talk enough about it, if you know what I mean. It was great. It was really great to see all the boys again, one last time. I know what you're thinking, Harold Ramis died, but again, you'll see what they did. It was great. It was really great. And I'm glad they're making another one. What they're going to do, who knows? But I'm looking forward to it. I mean, but if you see the last scene right after all the credits, you'll see where they're going to go with it. So again, I don't want to give anything away. I've already said enough about it in previous podcasts. But again, Bill Murray, he's got great one-liners. It's good to see him, put on the suit one more time. Will he be in the next one? I don't know. Who knows? I know for a while there he said he didn't want to come back because he just didn't want to. He didn't want to. I think it was Dan Aykroyd sent him a copy of a script years ago, and he put it in a paper shredder and sent it back to him, and and then he said at one point he wanted to come back as a ghost or something. I mean, who knows? You know what I mean? But Bill Murray could just be part of it somehow. I know unfortunately you were part of the 2016 one somehow, but we'll see what happens. But all I can say is this is a great addition to the Ghostbuster franchise. Definitely the best movie since the original. I don't think anybody would disagree with that one, but definitely check it out for sure. Then he was in a miniseries called The Now, which I never heard of. Then he was in a TV series called Them Tinseltown Homies, The Hollywood Guys. I don't know what this is either. And then he was in a movie recently I just saw, The Greatest Beer Run Ever. He played the Colonel. A good little movie, nothing too crazy. But what was his name? Zac Efron. I don't know. He wants to deliver some beers to his boys in the war there, and it's actually based on a true story, if you can believe it. But it's a good little movie. I'd check it out. Why not? And coming up in 2023, he will be in Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantum Mania. He's playing Kryler. I don't know. Is that a superhero? I don't know. I have no idea. So, again, I know all my superhero stuff from the movies, and that's it. That's all I know. So I don't know. Is he a superhero? Is he? I don't know. We'll see. I like to be surprised. And then he's got a couple things in pre-production. One's called Bum's Rush. He plays Bum. It says here, focuses on the relationship between Hathaway's bootmaker and the stray dog named Bum, to be voiced by Murray. The two find themselves at a serious crossroads that will change both their hearts and minds in ways they can hardly imagine. All right. And Hathaway, lovely woman. And Bill Murray. Okay, so some voiceover work, and there you go. Okay, well, this leads to the most recent and the final thing he's got announced, called Being Mortal. Okay, so we all know what's going on, behind the scenes here. It's directed and written by Aziz Ansari. If you remember Aziz Ansari, before he kind of got hit with the whole hashtag MeToo movement there. I don't know what happened there. I don't know. I mean, he's a funny guy. I've seen him on, Parks and Recreation. I still say that one scene that he did with him and Seth Rogen in Observe and Report, where they went back and forth there. I don't know. You can check it out online. It's pretty funny. Fuck you, Ronnie. Anyway, it says, based on the book Being Mortal, Medicine and What Matters in the End by Surgeon Atul Gawande, a 2014 nonfiction book. Okay, so we got Bill Murray, Seth Rogen, love Seth, Kiki Palmer, who apparently at one point they didn't release, and they still haven't released the name of the woman where, I'll be honest with you, I don't even know exactly what the fuck happened. Basically, Bill Murray, he was with the woman, and and this is all allegedly. They're saying he danced on her or something, and then Aziz Ansari had to pay $100,000 out of his pocket just to settle the thing, whatever. And I was thinking to myself, I hope it's not Keke Palmer, because she seems pretty cool. I don't know much about her, but she's I saw her on Conan there with Norm Macdonald there, and they had a good rapport. And I'm thinking to myself, this is the same woman that couldn't, or that this is all happening to. I was like, really? It doesn't fit. And they said it wasn't her. I think they said it was someone on the staff or something. So I don't know. I mean, so this, I don't know if you've heard this, but it's totally closed production. This whole situation. So I mean, that sucks, but I don't know, what are you gonna do? I was saying here, Aziz Ansari's in the movie, Kevin K. Tran, Christina Lanu, I think I said that right, Evan Shafran, Jimmy Walker Jr., Paul Ford, Eliza, Shin, and Lovely Mejia. Yeah, first name Lovely. That's cool. Yeah. So I don't know. As far as I know, it's the production shut down now. But yeah. So I don't know. We're gonna have to wait and see what happens here. But I don't know. Well, first of all, let me just start by saying this. If you can't tell by now, I am extremely tired. This is by far the longest podcast I've ever done, 3 hours and 10 minutes. I had a feeling it was going to be a long one, but I didn't think I was going to break the record on here. But, there's a reason. I mean, first of all, there's a lot to cover with Bill Murray and his career and, all the achievements he's done. And, it's just a shame that this is happening right now to Bill Murray. And now everybody's fucking piling on, with these stories. Oh, I told you about him. Oh, I told you he's not a good guy. Shut the fuck up. Like, honestly, I'm sick and tired of this. Like, like he's not fucking Harvey Weinstein, okay? He's not Bill Cosby. I mean, fuck, like, he's just playing around. And again, I'm not condoning what he did or may not did, whatever. But at the same time, I mean, it's just, I don't know. It's just weird when all these assholes like come out and just randomly, say all these things and just to pile on. You know what I mean? Like, And again, again, Seth Green, you seem like a good dude, but again, look at those pictures on Google, and you tell me you want to hang that fucker from a garbage pail. Okay, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I don't know. Maybe I'm just saying that because I'm Italian, and I'm seeing red, and whatever. But the point is, like in all seriousness, okay, you're messing with the guy's career, okay? You're messing with the guy's legacy, okay? And like I said before, okay, Bill Murray did not have the easiest, the easiest life growing up, okay? A lot of us don't, okay? And I'm not saying that gives him an excuse to do whatever he wants or whatever on set, But again, again, like, I'm just trying to find all the details here. I don't know exactly what happened either, and nobody really does, okay? One thing I will say, though, is that I heard that when he was doing this, there was other people around watching him and laughing. So all I'm saying is this: if it was really that bad what he was doing, why are people just looking and watching? Why aren't they or even laughing? Why aren't they stepping in there and doing something? Like, who Bill Murray is. Bill Murray's doing this in fun. Okay, has he done whatever things in the past? Maybe. I don't know. Who knows? But don't bring down a legend, after like almost 50 years of doing this shit. You know what I mean? Like, Bill Murray's one of the funniest motherfuckers of all time, man. He's killed in comedy. He's one of the funniest people, period, that's ever hit this earth. And over the last 20 years, he's doing more serious roles, and it's like any actor. Like, you want to be taken seriously. And if shit like this comes out, then it's a stain on his resume, and it sucks. That he's got to go through this. I mean, the man's 72, man, and now you're gonna pile on. You didn't speak up before, like 20, 30, whatever years ago. You didn't say this before, and now you're just piling on because you want to be cool and just pile on like everybody else. Bullshit, man. You know, it's fucking crazy. I mean, you're messing with someone's livelihood and someone's reputation. And in the end, you know, if Bill Murray, I don't know, did something that, you know, he shouldn't have, you know, I think Bill Murray would have the balls to say it. I really do. I think in the end, Bill Murray is a good man and he just wants to entertain people. I've heard stories that he's better to his fans than he is his coworkers, you know, but at the same time, like I said, you're on set for like 16 hours, whatever. A guy like Bill Murray, I mean, again, I'm not giving him an excuse to do whatever he wants, you know, but he's just trying to, you know, make people laugh. And you know what? And like a lot of us, like when we try to make people laugh or, you know, we take a joke sometimes too far, you know. A lot of people don't get it. A lot of people don't understand it. You know, I mean, they don't understand, you know, the creativity, you know, the way another, you know, person's mind works, whatever. But at the same time, you know, I mean, really just think about, you know, again, I'm just going by what details I've heard online, and you know, and again, we all know how you know how accurate the internet is. Okay, so but at the same time, we're living in a different world now. You know, you can't have you know, people out there, you know, like even if it's from an older generation doing certain things or being accused of certain things and expecting just to, you know, let it slide. You can't. You just can't. And again, I have no idea if Bill Murray did this or not. You know, maybe someone thinks he just took a joke too far, you know, and he's doing certain things, you know, but at the same time, it's from a, you know, a different era, man. I mean, you can't, you know, again, it's a tough situation to talk about because, you know, like I'm not trying to condone anything here or trying to just, you know, sweep it under the rug. But at the same time, it's, you know, I mean, this guy has lived a hell of a legacy, you know, like when it comes to this business. And he's made me laugh. He's in one of my favorite movies of all time, Ghostbusters. And, you know, I just think he's awesome. That's all. And, you know, if he takes a joke too far, yeah, I could see that. A lot of people take a joke too far. I mean, you hear a lot of other things about a lot of other people too, you know. But at the same time, like, should they be punished for it, you know? And like I said before, if the situation, like I described, if there are people around looking at this and laughing at this, why aren't those people being punished? You know what I mean? It just seems like everything is coming on Bill Murray. Like everything is just being blamed on him, you know, because he's, you know, the star of the movie. You know, it just, I don't know, it doesn't seem fair to me, you know. I mean, you know, when a movie does bad or goes wrong, I mean, let's just be honest. For the most part, you know, I mean, they would maybe look at a director or writer, or, you know, but for the most part, it's the star of the movie that takes the fall. And I don't know, I don't like the way Bill Murray is being treated right now. I really don't. People are just piling on him, and you know, I mean, it's not like, you know, Bill Murray's got to prove himself anymore, you know. But at the same time, I mean, you know, the last couple of years, yeah, he's been doing a lot of really good work. Okay, clunkers here and there, whatever, but, you know, like a good role like St. Vincent, you know, I mean, it's clear that he wants to do more serious work. You know, and he came back with Ghostbusters Afterlife and killed it there. You know, he's still got it. There's one story that Jimmy Fallon said that he was at I think it was the after party for the 40th anniversary, and they're all doing like karaoke and whatever and just singing along and whatever. He's on stage. He gives Bill Murray a look, like, you know, like come on up, you know, come on up. And Bill Murray's like, you know, and then, you know, eventually Bill Murray just nods his head. He's like, okay, you know. And Bill Murray doesn't have to do that. You know what I mean? Like, he already sang the song of Jaws, which again, I mean, the lyrics are beautiful, you know. But he goes on there and he entertains people, and you know, like that tells me right there that Bill Murray, like, all he wants to do is entertain. Obviously, you know, being an actor, I mean, the money's great, the lifestyle's great, you know. But a moment like that, he's not getting paid for that. Like, just to go on stage and just entertain people, like you know, he's doing it because he loves entertaining people. Okay, and maybe, yeah, he took something too far, who the fuck knows. Okay, but you know, like, they don't make guys like that every day. Okay, there's guys out there that just want to do it for the paycheck, or or don't even have the balls to even go on stage and do it themselves and entertain people. They say they do, but they don't. And him being in his early 70s and him still wanting to do it and still entertaining people, that says a lot. So all I'm gonna say is this: like, if you're gonna badmouth, a guy like him, you better have some solid proof. Okay. And, and even if it did happen, or you're exaggerating it, or whatever, I mean, you got to think that, you're fucking with someone's livelihood. And even more importantly, you're fucking with their reputation. Okay. Because growing up, and like, even in today's world, I mean, there's not a lot of people like that still like want to entertain people just for the sake of entertainment, and doing it just because they know that it brings a smile to someone's face. There's a lot of funny people out there. A lot of funny people out there. But there's only one Bill Murray.
For whatever reasons, Ray, call it fate, call it luck, call it karma. I believe that everything happens for a reason. I believe that we were destined to get thrown out of this thumb. For what purpose?
To go into business for ourselves.
This ecto-containment system that Spengler and I have in mind is going to require a load of bread to capitalize. Where are we going to get the money?
I don't know.